Yeah. This is for all you non-philosophizing black sheep, unwelcome, pushed to the side motherfuckers like me.
Fuck what they say. Tang gang, Atheist Your Way. Yeah. Fuck what they say. Tang gang, Atheist Your Way. Ha ha ha. Let's get down to business. These bitches got glitches. And you thought you'd dismiss us? Nah. Now I'm laughing in stitches. See, the problem be, it'll be a tragic travesty to come after me. So just know this is how we get down. Respect that shit like a pronoun, bitch. Yeah. Fuck what they say. Tang gang, Atheist Your Way. Yeah. And fuck what they say. Tang gang, Atheist Your Way. Yeah. Fuck what they say. Tang gang, Atheist Your Way. Yeah. Fuck what they say. Tang gang, Atheist Your Way.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Your boy Oz in the building. And yeah, well, yeah, Jena laid it out perfectly. She does the vidya because she's way better at that shit than I am. And I just spit them bars. Spit them bars. But I think Jena, let's just create something. Let's create something for Heathen Queen. Let's just make that shit happen. Well, babe, you told me I can't come out swinging, so I came out flexing. No swinging, only flexing. No swinging, only flexing. Heathen Queen, we'll get you hooked up. We'll get you hooked up. Don't you worry. That's what we do. But tank top, sun's out, guns out. So just got done with the Raging Atheist. Tank top. And as soon as the mythicism conversation came up, it's amazing how many atheists get really, really shitty. Shittier than the Christians. The atheists get shittier than the Christians on my hashtag Jesus is a myth shit. It's quite entertaining. So What yeah, they do be outing themselves though. um um you're welcome. And leave it to a father to be judged at pumps. Just saying. Some atheists be assholes. Yep. And I used to be one. Hold on. Let me stop. I used to be one of those all the time. I can still be one given the right circumstance. But yeah, anytime a father anything is critiquing a flex or muscles or body parts, I'm a little concerned. But I will, let me pull up the little YouTubes here. That way you can actually like pin it so I don't have to keep reposting the fucking shit. Yeah, man. Oh, Jesus. Just fucking, it's copy and paste, computer. It's not that hard. That's what she said. My apologies for the dead air. All right, now it's pinned. I don't have to fucking worry about that shit. So it's there. And if you want to come in and tell me why Jesus is not a myth. And we already have our first contributor to the conversation, and that is the one and only. The one and only. Demas, what's up, man?
Not much. Hanging out.
So are you a mythicist?
A what?
Are you a mythicist?
A Christ mythicist, yes.
Oh, see? Demas is here. We have two Jesus Christ mythicists. So bring it on, bitches.
I'm not a full Jesus mythicist though. I have like a very mixed position on this. Did I not explain this before?
No, you did not. Now I'm a little confused. So
okay. I think it's possible or warranted to hold that a person or persons named Jesus, who may have been in Nazareth, existed, sure, and were apocalyptically preaching, but did they function as the Christ or the Messiah? No. I think that part is the mythology.
But then therefore it's a myth.
Sure. To an average Christian, yeah, I'd be a mythicist, but in our community, I think it's a little more nuance than that.
Does
that make sense?
What you're saying makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because it's one or two things.
Fine.
It's one or two things. We either have a historical Jesus that was historical and divine. That's the biblical Jesus, right? That he would be historically accounted for and also divine. But if
the Jesus Christ put together, yeah, okay, then I would be a mythicist.
Right. But that's all that. Then does any other Jesus matter?
To some Christians, it does.
What? No. But I'm asking you and I right now. Does any other Jesus matter?
No, I guess not.
No other Jesus matters. If it's not the Jesus of the Bible that spit and dirt and rubbed dirt
and healed eyeballs, yeah.
And did all that and did all these crazy, like walked on water and did all. If there was a historical Jesus that did not also hold all of these other supernatural or divine attributes, it doesn't matter. That Jesus is a myth.
Yeah. I want to, you can be mad at me and I'll be okay. But I want to 90%.
I'm so mad right now. I'm so fucking mad. Fuck you.
But if people want to talk with us and converse with us about it, yeah. But I in my personal circles, I think it does matter to some people, right? That we hold on to some kind of historical elements of it, or of the person. But yeah.
Well, okay, that's fine. You can hold on to.
But I'm not holding on to that person like I need them. But
and I know what you're saying. So I'm not throwing this at you.
Sure.
I'm just saying that because you and I are speaking right now. But you can hold on to the historical element of it and say, okay, I have this piece. Well, cool. Congratulations. You have that piece. But without the divinity, without the miraculous, without the walking on water, without the spitting in dirt and rubbing it on people's eyes and seeing them become healed, that automatically eliminates that being the Jesus of the Bible, because that is and was what happened with and for the Jesus of the Bible.
Right. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. And that's where we agree, for sure.
Amen. Another convert. Let the church say amen.
Amen. I blame Godless Engineer first. And Richard Carrier, but
Yeah, I just don't.
But when I generally interact with people, I just don't go hard mythicist is what I'd say. But that's me. That's not you.
Well, and just because no one else is joining us yet.
Yeah.
I will ask you. So why would you not go? why would you not go hardlined on mythicism?
I think for the people that I engage with, in person especially, I think if I communicate it that way, that I'm just outright, if I just would say something like Jesus is a myth, they're going to immediately assume that I don't think any person named Jesus was historical, right? It's very black and white for the people I interact with. Does that make sense? They're thinking that I'm throwing out all possibilities of any historical elements.
And is that a you problem or a them problem?
Both.
Okay, so how is that a you problem?
It's a me problem because I'm trying to be as charitable and understanding of their position as possible, right? Like I'm trying to show them that I don't want to throw out all of what they consider to be actually historical about it.
Well, but would you
Yeah.
do that with any other historical accounts?
That's a good point. I don't know. I'd have to think about that a little more. Can I say that?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where I've arrived is more of the and Shane just popped up backstage. Give me 1 second, Shane. I'll bring, where I've arrived is I've come to the place where I'm done patty caking because I've done that long enough where it's like, well, if I feel like I feel like if I reduce if I reduce the level of intensity or accusation or whatever against their historical beliefs or their at least their self-convinced version of history, that I may be able to have a conversation with them if I placate to that, right? But what I found is after doing that for a year and a half, I've actually had more impact and I've had better conversations and just being raw and real. Where it's like, no, it's not. Historically, it's not accurate.
Okay. Huh. Maybe I'll give it a swing dingle next time I
Swing dangle. A swing dangle.
next time I do my thing.
Yeah, and I would encourage you to because it's at the end of the day, it's not like I'm a advocate for or a fan of, but it's just a funny saying or quote that comes from him, that I think is fitting in these type of conversations. But from Dr. Phil, sometimes you just got to be real with yourself. Sometimes you just got to be real with yourself.
I love you, Oz.
And sometimes it's as atheists, we have to, especially those of us that have deconstructed, we have to step back and remember we're not a part of that anymore. We are not a part of that anymore, and we are not subjected to the dogma. We are not subjected to the stringent beliefs and bullshit historical accounts that they are, right? And we have to remind ourselves sometimes, and me included, that no, I'm not subjected to that. This is bullshit. There's no good evidence to believe that this shit is real until you give me convincing evidence, right? And I'll say this and bring Shane on. I simply, in my mythicism, I'm only speaking for me, nobody else.
Sure.
In my mythicism, I follow the same line of questioning and request for evidence for Jesus as I do for Yahweh. And it's mind-blowing to me on how all atheists, it's no, Yahweh, there's no good reason to believe in Yahweh, but how many atheists will literally go, like, get into a boxing ring with me over Jesus.
That's funny.
And I'm like, but there's no good reason to believe in this shit. There's no good reason to believe in this guy. But
right.
Let's bring
Shane on here.
Let's get Shane the mind. What up, Shane?
What's going on?
Jesus is a myth.
Jesus is a myth. So yeah, I think.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I think I'm largely in agreement with, I guess, both of you. I did write some questions that are kind of more for me to kind of explore what you Oz actually mean by, you know, or what your position is. So I guess basically we should start out with definitions. Like what would you say mythicism means?
Do you mean to me or across the board?
That's a good question. I guess let's start with you because you know you're not other people.
Mythicism, as we're talking about Jesus, is I believe that more likely than not, Jesus Christ is a mythical creature or a mythical made up persona, akin to maybe Santa Claus or Superman or something like that.
Okay. So would you, when you say Jesus, are you talking about the narrative, like the biblical Jesus, the one that, you know, healed the eyes with the spit in the dirt?
Well, I'll say this, so $1,000 suit jacket Nick is he's backstage, so I'm going to answer a couple questions here, and then we'll bring him on. But I'll still continue to answer your questions, but then that way he's just sitting there. But I'll give you one or two more. But what was the last question? I'm sorry.
I guess I'll skip ahead. Would you say that somebody who doesn't believe the biblical narrative, but maybe thinks that there might have been a historical preacher running around, you know, preaching things, maybe named Jesus, maybe had a father named Joseph, maybe didn't, maybe was crucified, would they still be considered a mythicist in the way you're using it?
If I think I understood what you just asked, no, if there is a Jesus running around doing these things, we would need evidence for that.
No, I meant like not doing those things, like not healing people. But if there was like, maybe it was based on a person, but he wasn't the guy that did any of the stuff in the stories. Would you say that's still a mythicist who says that?
So for clarity, there is a Jesus running around, but he's not doing anything that would be tied to divinity or the supernatural.
Actual supernatural.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
So that would just be a Jesus. So that's not the Bible Jesus. That's just a Jesus.
So someone who held that position would be a mythicist.
I don't. For me, yes,
you would consider them.
I hold. Yeah.
Do you consider Jews mythicists?
You know what? I it's a great question, and I will be completely honest.
Because Josephus would be a mythicist then, because Jesus ben Ananus existed in Josephus's literature, and he preached that the destruction of Jerusalem was near.
Right.
Before, yeah.
But what I'm saying is that, like, I was thinking more of like modern day Jews. Like a lot of modern day Jews believe that there was an actual person named Jesus, maybe a rabbi somewhere in that, but they don't believe any of the divinity or the stories associated to him, or think he was, you know, supernatural in any way. Same with Hindus or atheists, or, you know, pretty much anybody who's not a Christian.
Right. So they like, this is what I would say, and this is where I get accused of being a dick or an asshole, is congratulations, you believe in a guy named Jesus that ran around calling himself Jesus or whatever. But it's not until we start attributing the supernatural and the divine to this Jesus character that it really matters to me. Because if the Jesus character does not have the divinity and the supernatural attached, we're not talking about the Jesus of the Bible, period.
So then I guess one more question on it. Would you say that the Judaism's position on Jesus is the same as what you're calling, or what you consider to be the mythicist position on Jesus is, or are they different somehow?
Well, based on what I understand, and again, I'm not I'm not well studied enough in Judaism or anything to make any absolute claims or even get close to that. But I will continue to say, if anyone tries to say that there is a Jesus that they attribute as being the Bible Jesus that is absent of the divinity and the miraculous,
Mhm.
they're not the same person. So you're talking about two different people.
Right. So I think this is more of a semantic issue because the people that seem to be taking issue with when you say Jesus is a myth or a mythicist is mythicism typically goes a step further than saying, hey, I don't have any evidence to claim that this guy existed or this historical person existed. They go a step further to say, no, this guy did not exist and he was a fabrication. But I'm not sure that that's the position you're holding.
No, I don't think he existed. I'm actually trying to be because I'm always accused of not being charitable, and I'm accused of not being able to have the conversation. So I'm trying to do that tonight. But no, actually, my 100% full stop position is this motherfucker does not exist. Period.
Even a historical version that is not
Either of them. None of them exist. Like my
And-
hard stop position is there was no Jesus. There is no Jesus Christ. The shit never existed.
maybe we should bring Nick in because I've got a lot more questions. So I'm just going to keep him sitting backstage.
Hello, everyone.
And now we're getting
Hey.
saucy.
What's
up,
Oh,
Nick?
well, thank you for having me. Oh, same old, same old. How you doing? Looking forward to better. Got the plane tickets and everything.
Hell
Oh, I actually get to see your
You
face instead of your little profile-y picture.
And I get to see your cartoon face.
Yeah.
And Nick, you better come full force with that $999 suit jacket.
Listen, I'm bringing the. I brought the jacket to the Faithless Forum too, and I was wearing it for the first hour and a half because nobody's going to recognize me without it. And it's true, there's a difference between when it was on and when it was off. But finally, I was just like, it's too hot in this shit. So
Your suit costs more than my guitar.
the suit does, yeah. The suit doesn't cost that, but there's a history behind that. It's long and sordid. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm so glad I came on. Okay, okay. So I want to make this distinction because Oz got me thinking about his position, and I think there's a lot in his position that's worth considering. But I will state that I think there's the rest of you have something that's worth considering too. When I say that I don't think Jesus was a myth, what I explicitly mean is I think there probably was somebody who was named Jesus who was walking the earth, probably some mad Jewish prophet. I think there's a couple of reasons for that, including lies in the Bible that you'd only tell if you were trying to coax this person into being a magical being. Having said all that, the problem is that's not a distinction that's always going to be made by the people you're talking to. So if you say, oh, no, I think Jesus was real, they're going to say, oh, boom, you just admit it. Well, no, I don't think he was the son of God. I don't think. And then so you got all these problems and it complicates matters. And I think that was an argument that Oz had made that I found very compelling. However, I think that argument cuts both ways. And the reason is this. The language does matter a great deal. And I often try to grant that at least there was a living person so that I don't have to get into the various arguments about semantics of the Bible. Much of the Bible is, in fact, true. We know that some of these kings actually existed. The places actually existed. So, now everybody knows the Spider-Man argument. Just because New York is real doesn't mean Spider-Man is. So, but, I find it easier to make some distinctions if I grant that there was probably this person named Jesus. When I'm talking to certain audiences, I use the word theory to say what is actually the proper word, at least scientifically, is hypothesis. Why do I say theory, even though I know that's the wrong word? Because in certain audiences, if I say the word hypothesis, which is the correct word, I immediately get shut down by the audience because they think I'm trying to be a liberal elitist and yada, yada, yada. So I use the language much closer to the way they use it, and it cuts out a lot of difficulties. And it's funny because Dawkins was asked roughly the same thing when they said, well, are you an atheist or agnostic? And he had said at one point, I'm agnostic. And the crowd turned on him and said, well, you've said you're an atheist so many times. He goes, well, it really depends on who I'm talking to and what I think they mean by that word and what I think you mean by that word, I'm answering accurately and yada, yada, yada. I think all speech, you have to consider your audience. If you're trying to be accurate, you have to consider your audience. That is actually a point in Oz's favor, with the exception of the fact that, because he had said at one point too, he said, well, what problem is it of yours if they don't understand it the way you mean it? Well, the problem is if you're trying to communicate, if you're trying to get them to listen to you, you need to be able to find some common ground on these meanings. So Oz has gotten me thinking about it, and I think he's got a very good point, but I will not abandon the position of saying in some circumstances I will not say Jesus was a myth, because I do think the actual person existed, and I think that distinction is important, and it depends on who I'm talking to how I'm going to use the language and what my goals are for the conversation, what fights I'm willing to have and which ones I want to postpone.
Well, and thank you, Nick, and you and I have talked about that previously, and here's my this is why I find that problematic, is the more we concede that if we don't have good reason to believe something as atheists, if we continue to concede that yes, you have this and you have this and you have this, it continues to bolster their belt of ammunition, right? And it's like, well, you just admitted this is true. You just admitted that Jesus is true. You just admitted this, and you go through all of these different things, and you continue to just put bullets into their belt of ammunition. Meanwhile, when we talk privately or just in streams like this, it's like, yeah, it may be true, but more likely than not, it's not true. You know, so what are we doing? What is the impact that we have? I'm sorry, let me reframe that. How are we empowering them to continue to do damage on behalf of their bad ideas and their bad belief by conceding that these bullshit ideas are real, or may be real, or may even be true? What do we do? Like, what are we doing? What are we contributing to society when we continue to just say, oh, this might be real. Oh, this might be true. Oh, this could be cool. Oh, this could not be cool. And meanwhile, we're fucking people up. We're fucking people up. And I say we, but it's that belief. But it's us. It's us, and I'll include me in on this. It's us not more aggressively pushing back on it and asking more difficult questions and more pointed questions that try to eliminate the trauma and the abuse and all the bullshit that happens in the name of a Jesus or a Yahweh or what the fuck ever, just by us trying to be kind.
But isn't there other battles that are easier to be had, where you can demonstrate a ludicrous or horrific point in the Bible and say that objectively this is genuinely wrong, this shouldn't, you cannot stand up and defend this? And if you get derailed on Jesus, which I've never seen any evidence that he wasn't real. And it seems to me that, now this, of course, to anybody who's familiar with logic, that's not an argument in support of. But if I'm trying to talk to a theist and I'm trying to find something that I can use to get them to genuinely start examining their beliefs, arguing that Jesus was not real in any sense of the word, it strikes me as a waste of time, because that's not a position I can prove.
But hold on. And this is where the crux, the crux, the pillars of Christianity is Jesus Christ, the existence, the virgin birth, the death, the resurrection, literally the existence of Jesus Christ. The entire religion hinges on this one motherfucker. Why are we so passive? Why are we so easily or so ready to just concede that the motherfucker existed, when this religion that fucked, I don't even include it. I'll talk about me. that fucked me up, so bad, and fucks up so many other people. Why are we so readily and easily ready to concede the existence of this character that we don't have any good reason to believe existed? We're ready to do that when it fucks so many people up.
Well, it's not believing.
We don't do that for Allah. We don't do that for Allah. We don't do that for any other fucking god as atheists. We only do that with Jesus.
Well, I guess having read the account of Jesus Ben and Annas for myself is where I get stuck on being where you're at, Oz, because he literally, in Josephus's literature, goes to the temple, preaches that it's going to be destroyed soon, and then doesn't say a word during his trial, and then is released, which is exactly what happens in the Gospels, minus the release part, to Jesus, right? He doesn't say a word. He is preaching at the temple, gets arrested, but the difference is he doesn't get released, and then he gets killed. And so that's where I get stuck.
So what?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I get you.
I'm being dead serious right now. So what?
Well, while I agree that if you could demonstrate Jesus didn't exist, that would be the bowl game. The problem is, I think there are other critical cornerstones to that faith that you can undermine far easier, and you can demonstrate are false far easier. Yeah. So I try to go for the arguments that I can most support, and I don't think Jesus is the problem. I think it's the belief in his faith. So if he did in fact exist, and if he was a real person who didn't do any of these miracles and all of these other things, it would not take away in the slightest from the damage that has come from these texts. The issue is these texts, not whether or not he existed. And again, this is not to say you got me genuinely thinking about this, and I think you have a very good point that needs to be considered. But I think this counterpoint is strong as well, which is I think your argument needs to be it's going to be a tool in my belt going forward, because you've got some very strong points. But I refuse to make that a cornerstone of when I'm actually trying to talk to someone of where I'm going to make the argument, because I don't have the evidence to support the claim that he wasn't real, and I don't need to do that to make the argument that these teachings are, when followed the way they usually are, and really to their logical conclusion, are damaging.
Nick, that's what I've been saying the entire time. Yeah. This falls in line with the Christian's claim of Yahweh. Follow the evidence for Yahweh, and then follow the evidence for Jesus Christ the same way you do Yahweh. There is no credible evidence. There is no dependable evidence for a Yahweh or a Jesus Christ. There's none. Zero. None. Zero. So why do we concede this shit when all this does, Yahweh and Jesus Christ combined, or one and just the other, it ends in abuse and control and manipulation and cults and people getting fucked up. Why are we conceding this shit?
I think you're right that in a larger context, a pattern of conceding it can be an issue, and that's something I hadn't considered. But in the context of an individual discussion, I only have somebody else's attention for a limited period of time, and I don't have time to argue positions I cannot deductively demonstrate, especially when there are so many that I can. Pat had made an argument once that I had heard vaguely before, but not put as well as his, which is that you cannot have a New Testament without necessarily relying on the Old Testament. You can't sit there and say it's independent. And since I can demonstrate really almost to a certainty that Daniel is a forgery, it's a fraud, it isn't true. If I make the argument from Daniel to Pat's argument to the New Testament, that's one that, while it takes a few more steps, that one I can defend, and that one I have evidence for.
But Nick,
the others are harder.
Nick, yeah. I love you, and I love you, and I love Pat, and I love the amount of study and everything. Like I've taken so much away from what you guys do, and I love and I appreciate it. But we're talking about brass tacks right now. The people that are deconverting or trying to deconstruct and walked away. That they're not worried about Daniel or Hosea or Isaiah or Jeremiah. They're focused 100% on Jesus and Yahweh, right? They're focused on Jesus. 9 times out of 10, they're focused on Jesus and Yahweh, and there are no good reasons to believe that either of these characters are true or have been true in reality. And my whole point in this, and even my conversation earlier with Rage and other conversations that I've had and that you guys have been part of, we cannot continue to just concede these positions, because it is dangerous. It's dangerous to people. They get harmed and they are hurt, and nobody gives a fuck about Daniel or Hosea or anything like that. That comes later. That comes later, after the deconstruction and deconversions, and when they want to learn and they want to be chase a higher level of education and understanding, and that's when that is important, and I embrace that. But in that moment, they don't give a shit about that.
Let me ask you a question. I do want to ask one quick question. If tomorrow conclusive evidence was found that there was in fact a person, just evidence of a person, not the shroud, not anything else, but evidence that that person actually did exist, would it change your views on Christianity in the slightest? And if the answer is, as I suspect, no, then why are we arguing?
Well, so I'll answer you, no. But then I would ask, why would you even ask me, why are we arguing?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying, if his existence, if it was proven tomorrow that he existed, it wouldn't change any of your views in the slightest. It wouldn't change any of the awesome points you've got about the problems with religion in the slightest. So you are taking this position, which if you turned out to be wrong on, if you were proven wrong on this position, it wouldn't change your views in the slightest. It wouldn't change your opinions, but you're still focused on this position, despite the fact it's not the cornerstone of your beliefs.
No, that's you gave half of a question.
Okay.
And I answered your half.
All right.
You asked half of a question. If this,
I can't win asking whole questions, and I can't win letting other people answer. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time. But please continue.
I have no idea what that means. But you asked a question.
Trolling you.
you asked a question. And if there were a Jesus that we had DNA or whatever that proved that this motherfucker existed, cool. I can acknowledge, okay, yes, we now have biological, scientific reason to know that this person existed. But this is now where we drill down when we talk about the relevance within religion, Christianity, philosophy, like all of it. Okay, so this person existed, blood, tears, water, whatever. Did this person also heal the blind, walk on water, do all this? And if we don't have the same supporting evidence that they match, that this person aligns with, that this person that we have DNA for is now also backed up with all these miraculous, crazy ass, fucking dumbass claims, then no, we're still at ground zero, Nick. We're still at ground zero.
But then those claims are the issue, not whether Jesus was real or not. Because again, if he was real and if he was proven to be real, it wouldn't change your objections to the religion in the slightest.
No, it still goes back to my original point. It does not matter. It does not matter. If you go back to the drawing board whether the person did or did not exist. If we cannot tie the divinity and the miraculous to the person, it's not the Jesus of the Bible. That's my claim.
And that was kind of my point earlier, is that if you're saying that because you believe you cannot tie any historical person to the myth, to the claim, then that means you consider yourself a mythicist. I was saying that title mythicist, in the way you're using it, applies to Jews and Hindus and atheists and anybody else who doesn't believe, who isn't a Christian, who doesn't believe the biblical narrative. So I think that's why when people talk about mythicism, normally they make a distinction that mythicism goes a bit further than that, and it doesn't. It's not simply like, here, let me ask you this: as far as atheism, would you say that you lack belief in a god, or would you go a step further to say that you believe that no gods exist?
At this stage where I'm at now, I'm an anti-theist. I don't believe in any gods.
You don't, but do you believe no gods exist?
No, I don't believe any gods exist. None.
Okay, and why would you say you believe no gods exist?
There's no good reason to believe a God exists.
Yeah, I actually said that. Yeah, you're talking slightly past each other, but that's all right. There's a difference between saying I believe no gods exist and I don't believe a god exists, or I don't believe gods exist. Those are two actually different claims depending on how you choose to structure it. But and I think that's your point, right?
Yeah, and I think Oz is saying he believes no god exists. It's not that he just doesn't believe.
I think that's his position. Yes, I agree. That's his position. That's not what he said, but I think that's his position. I
don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay on before I have a coughing fit, but I just want to ask kind of like one question. There are a lot of people we can actually place into history that were believed to be gods or divine beings. The Egyptian dynasty, all the pharaonic rulers were believed to be divine beings. Alexandre the Great was believed to be a divine being. The emperors previous to Christianity were considered to be divine beings. There were other systems, and all these most of these individuals had cultic followings and religions that sprung up around them. Now, historians don't approach any of that with, Ramses, for example, being an actual divine being. They can analyze the historical record based on the non-supernatural claims, and that's how we determine whether or not something or someone belongs into history, or an event belongs into history. Historians don't actually believe in the parting of the Red Sea, and that's why it's been largely debunked from a historical and archaeological perspective. So the question whether or not Jesus existed is really, for all intents and purposes, absent a theological claim of divinity, really a historical one. And that's where I get I get concerned if we say he's a myth, and then we don't understand how historians determine historicity. It comes back to, you're going to ask a historian, and the historian's going to say, well, in this mode of analysis, it's a possibility, and it's going to actually weaken the argument from the, if the atheists are supposed to be the facts-based people, and we just flatly reject any evidence, then it's problematic. Because man, I'm sorry. Nidamos brought up a really good point regarding Jesus ben Ananias, right? Like, we have historical accounts. Not too many historians don't think this guy existed. His parallels to the Nazarene, Jesus of Nazareth, are comparable. There's several other Jewish Messiah claimants in the first century, like Theudius, Simon of Perea, Judas the Galilean, which allow us to explain how Christianity goes. Like, how does it start? Like, because we want to explain this phenomenon. And if you define yourself by a mythicist, that word was defined a long time ago by the first academics who were actually kind of railed against for even suspecting that, offering the suggestion that Jesus may have been a regular guy who just had a lot of myth ascribed to him. And then there were a few that went a little bit further and said, hey, maybe he didn't even exist. The mythicist position got defined, and it's been defined for a really long time. And so the debate's been kind of parsed out, but it's not problematic to say you're a mythicist until you say you're a mythicist, and I believe in the definition of mythicism as it's currently defined, because be fair, Oz, you're redefining it when you state your position. Because if you ask, if you actually ask someone like Richard Carrier, who kind of is like the big guy known on mythicism, he redefined it in academic circles. He's going to tell you that no Jesus existed, that it's solely a entirely non-historical movement, which a lot of historians like myself aren't willing to take. There was too much stuff going on and too many other archetypes in history that kind of were melded into this later cosmic deity. So that's just my position. Sorry.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, real quick, Pat, and Pat, thank you for hanging on. I know you've not been feeling well, but I said for the and specifically for this conversation that I'm trying to be as charitable as I can, but I don't think there is a Jesus. Like if I go hard stop, I don't think there is a Jesus. I don't think there ever was a Jesus. I think that is something that was constructed, and something that was built, and Christianity was built around that character. And thank you to the Apostle Paul, the greatest multi-level marketing genius ever to walk the planet. But I try to be as charitable as I can in the conversations. But no, I would agree with Carrier and others that I don't think there was ever a true Jesus Christ that walked the earth, and definitely not one that was walking on water and doing this other crazy shit.
Oh, absolutely. And like I think if you and I had time to talk about it more, I think really what you are is kind of like in the similar ballpark as me. I don't really care. There's a possibility Jesus didn't exist, right? But there is a possibility that he did. And if it did exist, he's not the guy portrayed in the Bible. He's probably 2 or 3 other people that were conflated, right?
Yes.
Like a little bit of this guy, a little bit of that guy. Well, that actually makes you a semi-mythicist, not a mythicist, which is kind of a emerging academic position.
That's why I said earlier that I feel like this this whole discussion, we largely agree on pretty much, like 98% of the concept. It's just we seem to be using different labels, and we're arguing over what the definition and what the usage of those labels are.
Right.
And that's why I say that we should be Christ mythicists.
Well, let me make a suggestion. Oh, I'm sorry. Please.
So the idea.
Everybody, hold on. The pasta man's in the building.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ozzy, did you get this
super chat?
Hey, we got. I think Nick was spot on. Whether or not there's a historical figure that existed says nothing about whether Christianity is true or not.
Super chat.
Oh, I disagree with that, but we can come back to that.
Well, I think actually none of us have addressed Oz's point, and that includes me. I don't think any of us have addressed it. So I want to reframe to try to address it, because I think he might agree with that. He might not. And Eddie said in the live chat that it's a separate argument whether he existed versus the things. And I think that's true. And I don't think Oz would disagree with that. So let me try to frame what I think his argument is. I've done a lot of debates and arguments on gun rights, on abortion rights, so on and so forth. And one of the things I've noticed is even when there are elements on which both sides agree, neither side is willing to cede those points. That's why in the U.S. we actually have huge support for some very basic gun control legislation, but you can't pass it. And the reason is because the people on the right say the second you give an inch, you don't have to give, the other side takes a mile. You've lost. Even if you're on the side of, yeah, you know what, this tiny bill is worth it. If you give them that bill, they're going to take more and more and more, and you've lost. And in any kind of debate or discussion, if you really have the right side and you want to get to that point, you must necessarily, you cannot cede anything that you don't necessarily have to cede. And so while I think his position is not necessarily incommensurate with any of ours, and that position makes a lot of sense to me. So it's like where you don't have to cede that he was real, why even give them that? I think it depends on the scale and scope of which you're having the discussion. But I think those are the actual two discussions that we're having. And I'm not sure if I've properly said what Oz's point is, but I think it's closer. And the same thing on the abortion, right? Because there are issues like both sides will say, even if you're pro-choice, there are too many abortions. So how can we reduce the abortions? And oftentimes both pro-life and pro-life will say that's true, and they might both support a bill, but they won't do it because even though they agree, they think it will weaken their position going forward.
And to what Nick just said, on our channel, I don't dig into politics, so I'll leave the one topic alone. But when it comes to mythicism, yes, I do hold that position. That's not something that I do just like as a joke or oh, look at me, I'm a mythicist. Right? That's not. That's not it. I have put in the research. I've put in the study. I've done the reading. Even counter to what Leo loves to say about me, that I don't do the research and I don't put in the time. But he doesn't either know or realize that I was a Christian for 30 plus years. I know Jesus very, very well. I know the life and the history of Jesus very, very well. And knowing that, and now being surrounded by people like Pat and Dr. Josh and even Nick and others, that I've learned even more about the historical context of Jesus. And I'm sorry. I no longer feel that it is a benefit or that it is helpful to ongoing conversations to concede that Jesus was a real character. I don't see as skeptics, before I even bring in the word atheist, as skeptics, I don't see as skeptics how it is beneficial for us to concede that this motherfucker was real until we have evidence that defines this man's life and shows us that he actually fucking walked without all of the divinity.
So can I kind of respond to that real quick here? I guess if Jesus was just kind of some other, like maybe if he was an important historical figure, like a general or a leader or something like that, but didn't have this whole fucking religion built around him and all this bullshit, would you still be as rigorous in your standards for whether he existed or not, or would this not be as big of an issue?
Well, if I knew whoever this motherfucker was, if I knew he had the negative impacts on not just my life, but the millions and millions and billions of other people's lives that he has, then yes, yeah. I would hold that position.
Well, right, but if he didn't have that big negative impact, you probably would put him on the more of like a Socrates or Alexandre the Great or someone where you're just like, if he existed, he did or didn't, like that's fine. I don't care that much, right?
If a motherfucker isn't telling me that I'm not going to go burn in hell for eternity, I really don't give a shit about his opinion.
Right. No, and I totally understand where you're coming from, and I really see that's a reasonable way to look at it. I think the pushback is that if we're talking about skepticism, a lot of people will sort of value or not. Yeah, maybe value consistency in the standards, and they would say that the same standards you need to apply for historicity of one figure should be applied for some other figure, regardless of what.
Shane, I'm gonna be point blank right now. I have no idea where the fuck you're going with this. But why does any of this apply to when we're talking about the because you and I both come from Christianity, so I have no idea where you're leading and what you're doing right now. But how the fuck does this apply? Because we know what the belief in Jesus does to people.
No, I totally agree, and I'm saying.
So then, what the fuck are you doing?
Mikey Simon in the house, guys. Hold on.
No, fucking stop. This was the whole point in the stream earlier, even with with rage. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about right now?
Because you were asking why I'm trying to explain the other position and the other side, and because you were saying I don't understand why people are doing this, and
Okay, so why are you defending Jesus that is a leader into
I don't
think he was defending him. I
don't
think
feel
he was
like I'm
just
defending
kind of
Jesus.
challenging the way that we would test the historicity of Jesus versus testing the historicity of anything that's older than like modern time.
We've been doing that all night. So what other questions are there other than that? We've been doing that all night.
Would it matter if William Wallace existed?
Well, so
he's not real.
But
I think Shane's
point.
point.
But hold on, Mike. Before you because I love Mike's satirical questioning. But this is like for a cradle atheist. Yes, that question is relevant to you.
No, it actually wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like I kind of line up with your thinking, Oz. It really doesn't matter. If the stories of William Wallace are kind of cool, but it bears no difference in my life today, whether he existed or not.
Right. But I think Oz is so if I understand correctly, Shane's point is, well, gee, why would you have different standards for the historicity based on the influence of the people and the influence that these people had? And I think Oz's point would be, well, you cannot remove the influence for how important it is to actually make that determination as to whether or not they're
right. I totally understand that, and I get Oz's point. I just felt like you were kind of confused as to why people were even pushing back on this, and I was just trying to steelman their position and say that usually when people argue against this, they argue because you need to have the same standards for historicity, and, and their whole thing is, well, if you don't think Jesus is true, then you have to throw out Julius Caesar and you have to throw out all these other people. I mean, I know it's a bit flippant, and I'm not saying I actually am taking that position. I'm just saying that I feel like
he's
that's
offering that position. Yeah.
Well, but okay. And if I jumped overboard, I apologize. But I've heard that from other atheists way too many times, and I'm just sick of hearing it because it's usually it's usually the well, Oz, you don't know, and Oz, you're not smart enough, and Oz, you're no, it's actually you don't know. You don't know because you've not been there. You've not been impacted by the traumas and all the bullshit that comes on that comes with this Jesus belief. It's a you problem. It's not a me or a us problem, and that's where I do get salty, and I do get heated because it's like no, I'm done conceding this shit. I'm done conceding Yahweh. I'm done conceding Jesus. I'm done conceding fucking Allah and Muhammad. I'm done conceding all of it because it's all bullshit. It's all make-believe. And I'm done conceding any and every ounce of it.
That's how I can't understand how y'all keep doing debate after debate. After debate 2, I am done. This person is not from Earth. No, I'm good, man. Am I tripping you out? Are you all right? Does my feed look okay? What was in that tea you just drank? Ken Miller or whatever your name was.
What's not relevant to existence? Jesus doesn't exist. That's what Jesus is a fucking myth. Jesus didn't exist. He doesn't fucking exist. Still doesn't exist today. Yahweh doesn't fucking exist. Fucking go.
Hey, I do have to say something. I imagine every time that Eddie puts something in the chat and gets you to react like that, he does one little thing where he jumps up and claps his heels together.
I'm sure
he does a little disc clap.
Yeah,
he's just so happy.
Jesus Christ!
There was a comment earlier in the chat though.
That was me. My bad.
Yeah, no, just statements going back and forth regarding how many modern historians are mythicists, and the actual number is pretty low. But I'm gonna, before you guys jump on me, part of the reason for that fairly low number is because of how in an academic setting mythicism is defined. So someone that's knowledgeable in the field saying that there's no historical basis for this movement, they're going to be, trained historians are going to be pretty skeptical given all of the stuff we're trained to do and look at in the historical record for evaluation.
May I ask, please?
But when you start asking historians if they believe that if Jesus existed, most of them are going to say no, and we're going to talk about mythicization, placement in history, chimeral assemblage. But Oz, before you start raising your hand, that's not mythicism for the people that are being asked that are being asked the question, right? So,
that's Pat. What up, Pat? I don't recognize your avatar.
So,
hand,
Oz,
so, but I mean, so there are a lot of academics that don't believe Jesus, particularly even the historical Jesus, existed as he portrayed in the New Testament. They don't think there was a single guy running around, even from, say, roughly, whatever time period you want to say, 6 BCE, 4 BCE, 2 BCE, whatever, to around 30, 33 CE. I mean, there's not a lot of historians willing even to say that, but because they understand the terms, they go, well, I'm not a mythicist, but I'm a mythogized or semi-mythicist, or
like,
they have
I'm
a
not
nuanced
a player,
position.
but I crush a lot. Yeah.
Right, kind of.
I think
that's just my point.
If we had this discussion,
hold on. We have somebody that does, like, and I love and I respect the fuck out of Pat. Like we have somebody that this is what they do for a fucking living, right? This is what Pat does. And still, Pat, do we have any hardline, convincing, like, demonstrable evidence that Jesus Christ, the Jesus Christ of the Bible, existed? Do we have anything like that?
No, nothing definitive. That's why I hold the position that I hold.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah this evening.
So everybody else, hallelujah, praise the Lord, shut the fuck up.
So, and didn't Carrier say, Pat, I just want to, well, Carrier said this, and I was curious as to your take on this. One of the things he had said was that there are actually far more mythicists. They just don't want to admit it because there's such a stigma against it, and either they feel it doesn't matter or whatever, but that he's had people come up to him secretly and say, hey, listen, I think you're on to something.
I don't know how much of that
Oh my God, you're
accurate, but I mean, so this is the problem: is the position among historians is nuanced, right? Like, we have different labels for different things depending on our particular position. I suspect that Carrier's not misrepresenting that there are people that are mythicists or inclined towards mythicism, more like a soft mythicism or a semi-mythicism, which my position is. But equally with that, I think there's a problem where, I'm just going to put this out there, I think people in the atheist community are sometimes motivated towards the mythicist position. There is that personal bias that a lot of academics see. If you're a Christian, you're an academic, you get accused of, you're a historian who's maybe loosely Christian, you get accused of being biased. Bart Ehrman is accused of being biased because if he actually said what he believed, and I'm not saying this, but people will say, if Bart Ehrman said what he believed, he would be fired from his job. Well, that doesn't seem to be true from people who actually know Ehrman. He's caught enough shit already in his job. So I could equally, from the same position, I could say, well, anybody supporting mythicism has a bone to grind. I mean, if you're going to just attack people's position because you think they're inherently biased, then I don't know how we're ever going to actually go past this debate. Take people at what they say and let them explain their position. That's
hold on, we got a fallacy coming in. Hold up. Let's mute your mics, guys. Okay. Appeal to false authority, Oz. He doesn't specialize in biblical history nor Hellenistic history, whatever the hell that is.
Oh my God!
Hey, listen. Hold up.
Can you say that one more time, Pasta, for the people in the back row who got here late? Motherfuckers who had to get off of work.
That's that Hellenistic stuff. That's that from that Hellenistic shit.
Can you read that one more time, please?
Oh, hold on. Again, okay. So, appeal to false authority. He doesn't specialize in biblical history nor that Hellenistic shit, from the histories, from the historicities.
This motherfucker spitting.
So yeah. Eddie wants to call somebody out for not specializing, but neither does he.
Hey, listen. Whoa.
Get the fuck out of here.
I want to get something off my mind right here. So, if we're defining the Jesus figure as the figure that does all this stuff, all this magic, performs the miracles and all that, if that's the figure that we're defining, and we're not going to be able to prove that person was real, then that's a myth. But if we can find out that there was a dude, just a regular dude walking around, pretending that he did magic and stuff, then that's irrelevant, isn't it? Isn't that like irrelevant?
Y'all ain't seen Subway Jesus?
Well, I completely agree, Pasta.
Hitchens had an interesting argument for why he thought.
I just won the debate. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
That's actually
my mom in the UK.
I think that's actually a great point, and I feel like if we had this discussion and we didn't use the word mythicism, if we just talked about what our
definitions are,
our positions are, we would.
What is Jesus? What is Jesus to you, sir? Well, Jesus to me is the one that did all the magic and did hocus pocus and all this stuff. Well, that motherfucker doesn't exist. So,
by the way, it's kind of funny you mentioned magic, Pasta, because that's how early Jesus in Rome is entirely depicted as like a guy walking around with a wand doing magic shit.
Yo, get Harry Potter weak ass out of here, man.
Yeah, no beard, wearing Roman clothing,
man,
Roman sandals, no
1.
beard, Roman haircut. Jesus was Roman. You didn't know that, with a wand.
Sorcerers, bitch.
Oz is a little bit of a myth sometimes when he drinks.
The Ozone live with Ozzy.
I'll point out too that Hitchens made a very compelling argument, I thought, as to why Jesus was the actual person may have existed, and originally he didn't think so, but in his later years he did. And when he was a festival of in Australia, a festival of dangerous ideas, he said, no, there's actually reason to believe he was real because of how the Bible is written and how they change historical facts to suit this Jesus, who, if he had been invented, you wouldn't have to do that.
Well,
you would just invent him as having been.
Though, all the Christians today probably wouldn't be worshiping just a regular dude. It was Jesus.
No, but what I mean, okay, so when according to the Bible, Joseph and Mary were traveling.
As stupid as the fucking Christians right now. You sound as stupid as the fucking Christians right now, making excuses for all this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here.
I sound as stupid as them 90% of my life. I'm really used to it. Okay, no, the argument that he makes is, look, the census was already over by the time any of this was happening. So why invent this story in the Bible of Joseph and Mary traveling to fill the census? Why is that story in there? If Jesus is fake, you would just have him born in Bethlehem and say, okay, you're fulfilling prophecy and yada, yada, yada. Why this fiction to move a person from Nazareth through to Bethlehem? And Hitchens's argument was the only reason to do that was there actually was somebody probably born in Nazareth that later they had to retcon. You don't have to retcon fake people. You just you invent them the way you want them. You retcon people that you want to fit into a fake narrative.
That's one of the arguments that
is.
Mikey just made top square, by the way.
Hey, look at the air horns, baby.
Shane got cussed out by Oz. He gets the bottom square.
Yo, being on bottom is nice sometimes. What? What do you ask me?
Well, but here's the thing. I don't think we need to keep rehashing this, right? We all agree the Jesus in the Bible did not exist, right? All those stories about the healing the sick and all that shit, that's all bullshit. My position is that there's not enough evidence to claim that a historical Jesus existed, and I think Oz goes a slightly step further to say it's probably likely that guy never existed. And that's such a small distinction that I don't think we need to really be arguing about this anymore.
I think the argument is why would you grant it? And in my view, you grant it because it makes the discussion easier. So even if I were convinced that the likelihood is that he didn't exist, I'd be sitting there saying, I'm willing to, so that we don't argue over petty things that aren't going to change my opinion. It isn't going to change their opinion. If I could prove he didn't exist, then I'd make that argument. But since I can't, if I'm trying. And by the way, I've seen Oz do.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Well, what I was going to say is, I want to make a point, which is I've seen Oz do deconversions in street epistemology using very different techniques than I use and have a staggering success that I could not do. But I think he and I target different audiences, but I can't do the shit Oz does. I genuinely can't do the shit Oz does. And I think this is central to how he does it. I couldn't touch the people that he can touch.
Yo, mute Oz, man.
Oz does touch a lot of people. I can
be touching.
So can I be honest? I feel like this is kind of going in the line of Steve McRae, where he's like, arguing about atheism means this, and you can't be an atheist if you don't believe this and that. I mean, like, I get it that they, it's nice to have when you're having academic discussions, specific definitions that you can talk about, but like, we all know what our positions are. I don't think there's there's much of a disagreement here anymore. I think it's just
hey, let me just be stupid me for a minute here. Why is it bothering you that Oz disagrees, or does it not?
Oh no, I mean, I feel like Oz and I agree on like
no. You guys clearly have a disagreement. So why is it a problem that people disagree? And this is, I see this with atheists. I see this with people on the left. I see this with people who call themselves allies. like y'all are the only people that care about this, and y'all don't even seem to care anymore. Like, we get it, you know what I mean? And there's like, it's not something that is defining enough.
Mikey.
Yes?
Let me help you. It's not just Shane. I would say as the present dumbass,
as a sex panther,
as the present dumbass in the room, I'm the one that will say that I do not agree with Nick. I do not agree with Shane. I do not agree with Pat in their position when it comes to the historicity of Jesus and how we should approach it, because I feel like the more we concede and the more we give to the Christian community, the more they feel a benefit, and they feel that they reap a benefit, and they have a power and a position to hold over the heads of atheists and non-believers. And that's where I hold my disagreement. And I 100% believe it's bullshit, but I still love them. I love them and I appreciate them. I just think it's completely 100% bullshit that we concede that shit. That's it.
Is it fair that I put all the grandfathers up top? Just checking, just making sure. just making sure.
Well, Oz, I think you misunderstand. I think I actually do agree with that a lot more than you think I do.
Okay, and that's fair. That's just me trying to listen to all the other reasons and going off of the stream I had with Rage. I'm trying to bounce back and forth on everything, but
balance.
At the end of the day, this is where I'm at. I refuse to concede anything to Christians or Muslims. I will not concede anything if it is not justified, and if it's not on good reason and on good evidence. Period. I don't give a fuck what your claim is. It has to be on good evidence, good reason. That's it.
Are you a skeptic?
Huh?
Are you a skeptic?
Oh shit, Eddie, what up, boy?
What up, home slice?
Oh shit, granddaddy in the house, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
In the granddaddy square.
G Pappy.
So, in case anybody didn't see that
that's
chat I put in there, I was busting Oz's balls. I love the shit out of Oz and Pat. I respect the hell out of both of them.
Fuck Oz, man.
Nah, I understand.
Friends,
I feel
worse, man.
I feel his agitation. I would be honestly right there with him. The intellectual side wants to kind of push back and say, there's a problem here, there's a problem there. But at the end of the day, if I went through what Oz went through, I'd be right there with him. I can't say honestly that I would do anything different or feel any different than he does.
I'd have a better shirt on.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Damn,
Shots
I'd have the
fired.
suit.
Damn,
I'd have the
I
suit.
repeat.
Sorry, just say.
He's calling out the
Shots
baby blue
fired.
tank, man.
I'll just wait till Fort Wayne, homie.
Yeah,
I need a
I
better
am bringing you one. I'm bringing you one of the older ones. It's $3.99, but it's coming. And
I'm not worried about the suit jacket. I'm just worried about you seeing me, homie.
Oh yeah. Well,
so you're gonna take
are you gonna throw a glass on the floor and say I did it again? Because last time that was
he
real.
said you're gonna blame it on him again.
Oh, is you gonna take him down to the ground like I did you that one time, dude? Oh shit, dude.
Yeah. It's a good thing I ain't got my camera on. I'd make it look bad. But anyway,
yeah,
I
me
digress.
neither.
Fuck out of here.
No, I wanted to say also real quick.
I'm not.
Pat was actually what Pat was saying is something that I found to be true also. While there are very few that in academia that identify as mythicists in the way that most of us understand it, there's a lot
Some
of
of us don't understand it.
there's a lot of scholars. I've read lots of historians' papers, and it's kind of I don't know if I want to say convoluted, position, but there are so many out there that depending on what you mean by mythicism or what.
God damn it, Eddie! This is not Clubhouse. Finish your sentence.
They keep popping the Chevrolet Comfort and the fucking banana. Come on, man. No, yeah. I mean, I'm not in any academic position to say Pat's the man, but he was definitely spot on with a lot of what I was reading.
Is that all? After 10 minutes, that's all you had to say.
Yeah. I was just busting balls in the chat. I want to come
If
in.
he's saying I'm right, give him all the time he needs, Oz.
I just want to come in and love on my peeps. That's it.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, you haven't mentioned yet. Thanks, Eddie.
Oh, Nick,
you
I
too.
was
Good to
lighting
see
it
you,
up in the
man.
chat, brother, giving you all kinds of props, pushing back on
Yes, you were.
these,
That's true.
on these
You were.
stupid
You were. I saw
ass
that.
new atheists. And
Yeah.
Oh, shit, hold up.
Oh, whoa. He said the N word. He said
Yeah.
the N word.
The whole time he was like, oh, Nick loves to watch a little Jesus get crucified on a cross. Nick loves.
Hey, Nick and I have had
little
some
Jesus.
really late night conversations before.
Jenna sees through your bullshit, Eddie. Jenna sees through that bullshit. Hold on a second, Oz.
Women usually do.
We got a super chat. Oz's argument to not concede to avoid helping Christians is like the Ayn Rand. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Move of being
Ayn Rand.
Okay, thank you, Eddie.
I
To
am
reject the authoritarian nature of God's reason is to separate from truth.
I have no idea what the fuck that means.
You know what it means, man. Quit playing games, Oz. I'm calling you out on your own.
Damn,
show.
that's what I'm saying.
You
Mike,
know
that's
what
what
it
I'm
is.
talking about. Hell
You
yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah, it's about time
Tell
somebody
us
come up
what
here
it
and told
is.
him what's up. Yeah,
You
Mike.
tell us right now, Oz.
Hey,
Pastor Mike, make a big screen. Oz, you tell us what that means right now. Enough with the games, Oz.
Listen, motherfuck both of you.
Put it back up there for me.
Motherfuck both of you.
Big
I
Pops.
still don't know what the fuck this shit that means.
No, not me. Put him and then the super chat. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
No, hold on.
Oz,
Let's
tell
read
us.
it. Cooper Gates, thank you, $10 super chat. Oz's argument is not concede to avoid helping Christians is like the Ayn
Ayn
Rand
was a philosopher.
See it as IAN.
Ayn. No,
Yeah.
fuck you guys. I get to read it the way I want to. It was.
do it your way.
Oh, give us that.
Read it.
Give us that hashtag. Read it your way.
Fuck you.
Give us that Indiana
Fuck
shit.
you.
Come on,
Fuck
baby.
you. Fuck all of you.
Oz
Fuck
is a
all of
speech
you.
impediment.
Fuck every single one of you.
He said read it Indiana style.
fuck,
I'm dead.
Fuck
Not
every
Indiana.
single one of you. I get to read it the way I want to read it because it was addressed to me.
From the
said,
Midwest.
read it
Ayn,
Indiana
it's
style.
Ayn Rand. Ayn
Come
Rand.
on.
Jesus is a
Mike,
myth.
mute him.
Oz.
Mute him.
There you go, Oz.
Shut the fuck up. Oz's argument
I'm sorry.
to not concede to avoid helping Christians is like the Ayn Rand move of being atheist.
That is how you pronounce it in ex-Christianese, by the way.
Atheist. To reject authoritarian nature of God's reasons separate from truth with there's no period, question mark, exclamation mark, nothing at the end. So fuck it, it's invalid.
Well, and Ayn Rand actually really was an atheist. I don't think.
Shut up, Nick.
Make her argument, but good luck with that. Nobody who knows me has ever gotten me to shut up. You can mute me. I'll keep talking. You won't have to hear it. So
Don't worry, he'll mute himself. Give him a minute.
Well,
fucking Mikey. Thanks, Mikey.
and if it makes you feel any better, Oz, Ayn Rand was actually Russian, and she was an atheist, but her philosophy was considered objectivism, or that's what she called it.
And Eddie, if it makes you feel any better, I never fucking asked.
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. We're on the same page.
Hey, who left, by the way?
Pat.
These nuts.
Pat's nuts.
Hold on.
Oh, he left a private chat.
Get well, Pat.
He said, I can't be here because Eddie's going to own my ass, so I need to leave right now.
No, actually,
no
he
one
left.
ever.
Whoa. He actually, when he left, he said, hashtag Jesus is a myth. Fuck you, bitches.
He did say
Fuck
that.
you.
Well, that was before he left, so.
Fuck you, bitches.
He had a comment after
Fuck you,
that.
fuck you, bitches.
That,
Hold on,
it's
I gotta
irrelevant.
put Eddie Love on him because
Who is Nidemus, who hasn't said anything?
Nidemus is a king.
Yeah, he goes in the top because he's the youngest.
Nidemus, can you talk? Or do you...
No, he don't talk to you, man. You got to go through me.
It's because I'm white. It's because I'm white.
Hey, what you want him to know? I'll let him know for you. But it's
because I'm white. That's right.
Cost you one
right,
favor.
Mackie?
You see that
one, Mike?
Eddie, you ain't real white. You ain't that real white, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm white as a
Super
motherfucker.
chat.
What are you talking about, man?
Super chat.
Get a drink.
Cheap ass historian only gives you $2. Damn. Shane, you look better in your profile pic than in live.
Shane,
Doesn't everybody?
Damn.
Let me tell you something. Shane, let me tell you something about you that you didn't know about yourself. Let me tell you something, Shane, that you didn't know about yourself. You instantly got hot to me as soon as I saw that fucking Mesa boogie behind you, homie.
Oh,
I was like, whoa,
Oh, damn.
it's real.
Shane busts
It
my
is
balls all day, every day. I got to give him some back.
You want
These
to
guys-
see? You want to see something hot? Oh, let's do that dance, bro. Do that dance, cuz.
Yeah,
Get
do it, man.
Get it. Do that bow-legged dance, bro.
Yeah, do it.
the dance, do the dance, do
Okay.
the dance.
He's holding back. He's got this badass
Are
dance.
Hey, you should stretch before you do your dance, though, because you don't want to spray nothing.
Fuck you.
Hey, here's a little tidbit fact. Did you know stretching does not prevent any muscle injury at all, according to scientific studies? It's not a fallacy. It's just incorrect.
No, that's cool, bro. Just go ahead and drop that link for me.
And here's another tidbit, Eddie. Just because you believe a God is real doesn't make it real.
I believe you're real, so does that mean you're not real?
I don't be a God.
Yeah, are you realized?
No, you didn't. Hey, you know
Are
what?
you really
This
real?
is a better conversation than I had on Clubhouse. They were denying the essence of a thing, and then we had to like explain what an essence was. And I was like, you know what? Screw it, I'm out.
Hold on.
What's the
I
essence?
categorically denied.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Eddie, they were arguing the essence of your thing.
Yeah, they were like,
Hell yeah.
they were like, your thing has no essence. I said,
No,
come
they were
on, let me
arguing
show
the
you the
essence.
essence,
Eddie,
baby.
one of your friends from
No.
Clubhouse just come in. Hold on.
But he didn't know how to answer my question.
Oh my god.
So
I
he
tried-
lied.
I tried to bait him into a pro-life and pro-choice debate the other night. I was going to take the pro-choice position, even though I'm pro-life. And he just kept going on and on about some guy that likes a theist that likes atheists. And he like ranted for like 15 minutes before he finally got muted.
Well, let's ask him his opinion.
Don't lie to me, and I won't get pissed.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Daddy Darth. Don't
Why?
get mad at me.
Prima donna? No.
Yo,
I
I'm not
keep
gonna front.
being rude to me.
I'm not gonna front. I went to homie's Discord, little tipsy, and then there was someone like, "Hi, welcome." And I'm like, "Where's the man? Where's the man?"
And
Yeah, he's not here
Where's
right
that-
now.
Where's
Like,
that Darth guy? I want to
When-
fuck him up.
When will he be back? I'll be back then.
Real
But it was
quick in
funny.
the chat, Assembly of God. Oz was getting ready to print T-shirts with Jesus is a myth on it. Leo fucked that all up. Actually, Leo didn't fuck shit up because we already have those printed. I have a hoodie. Jena has a hoodie, and there's actually many people that
Did
have.
Pasta get one?
What is all this?
So Leo's. Oh, hold on, everybody, shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Everybody, shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to know if Pasta got one. Too.
Everybody, shut the fuck up. Leo's bitch ass.
Damn,
Leo's
shit?
Leo's little bitch ass. Fucking know it all. Fucking want to know it all. Bitch ass didn't fuck nothing up.
Hey,
He didn't fuck nothing up. That shit already happened.
you ain't talking about Leophilus, are you?
Yes, fuck
Man,
Leo.
I will fuck you up, man.
I will fuck you up. Bring it, Eddie. Bring it, bitch.
I don't like nobody.
That's a double negative.
You heard what I said though, didn't you?
Yeah, but
That's a single positive, motherfucker.
I
Keep
don't
it
like.
rolling. What the fuck?
I don't like nobody means that there is not anyone that you don't like. So it means the opposite of what you thought it meant.
Thank you, Professor. I'm glad you rolled a D20, nat 20 on your fucking insight check. Shut your ass up. I ain't trying to hear that.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
That's what I want. I want y'all to yell and scream and curse at each other, but then love each other once it's finished. That's what everyone does in real life.
Yeah, it's like real life anger sex.
But then Jesus actually works to deconstruct and deconvert as opposed to not granting that.
If I think I understand that question correctly, Aaron, if you message me, I'll send you. I have two or three like pieces of literature that I went through. But I'm not sure if I exactly understand how you're asking that. But I think I know. But I'll try to help you as much as I can.
I think he's asking me to support my position. Do I have any evidence that granting Jesus makes it easier to deconvert people or deconstruct people?
Ooh, I like them trails, man.
How
you get them?
I can teach you, but I have to charge. You know what it is.
Oh yeah, I know how that goes. You can take the man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the man.
Hustle man. Yeah, that's me.
Oz, what if Jesus was a woman? Would that make a difference?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's irrelevant. But what I will say,
that was gonna help.
No, I was interested in his response.
It's irrelevant to me. But what is relevant right now? Based on the conversations earlier, and based on what's his name? Fucking what did I say?
Are you wearing an Orioles hat? Or
it says Oz would probably stab a motherfucker if it was real life. I definitely pepper spray a motherfucker.
Yeah,
so basically, he's calling you Mexican.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke.
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
Oh, here we go. Leo is a Bart Ehrman fanboy, and guess what? Most atheists, pacifists that don't want to do their own homework are Bart Ehrman fanboys, meaning they suck Bart Ehrman's atheist dick.
I'm gonna bring Leo with me, and we're gonna jump your ass.
Shut the fuck up.
No, we're gonna jump your Indiana ass.
Shut the fuck up. You're on my channel.
I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up. You get to listen.
I'm sorry.
You get to listen. You get to listen.
Facts, motherfucker.
Leo loves to flex and act like he's this fucking sexiest, smartest motherfucker in the room.
He is kind of sexy.
You think he's Mikey fucking Famine?
I'm not done talking. Y'all shut the fuck up.
He's kind of sexy.
Y'all shut the fuck up. He loves to show up and acts like he knows something about something. He doesn't know shit. And what's hilarious? What's hilarious is he's like, I actually don't read the Bible. I don't actually read the text. But then he wants to try to school people on theology and doctrine and all this other shit.
Pronounced Bible
and all this shit. So this is what I'm going to say to Eddie, and anybody that backs up. This motherfucker suck my dick.
Yeah,
suck
Eddie.
Yeah,
Eddie, get at it.
No shit.
That's a Leo fallacy. That's a Leo fallacy.
Get out.
You can suck this Oz fallacy.
Get it, Eddie.
Right now.
Oh, I get it, because phallus is like fallacy. Get it?
See what he did, Eddie?
Double entendre.
That's the fellatio fallacy.
Yeah, Eddie. You probably could get after that.
Shit,
Let me tell you something, Oz. I could suck a basketball through a water hose.
He could.
Well, come bring it over here, bro. Come bring it over here. You can suck the basketball and the Jesus.
I can confirm that's true.
Yeah.
Why don't you just pass the ball, you weirdo? Why are you trying to use a garden hose? You can't put no garden hose out there on the court.
Hey,
this makes no sense.
Mikey, I got a basketball goal on the back side of my door. I challenge you right now. Come get some.
Bro, you do not want no smoke. Can I bring my own ball?
Bro,
we're
gonna have to check the inflated level.
Are we still talking about blowjobs right now? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, Pasta, shut up.
I mean, I am.
God damn it,
I'm
man.
just saying. I'm just saying. When you're like 10 years old, that hoop you had on the back of the door in your bedroom, couldn't nobody touch you on your home court. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm talking about. I hit it from across
Eddie,
the
if I
living
touch
room.
you on your
bro.
home court, bro, that's it. I like Oz's fallacy, says Jena.
Of course, she
Jenna.
loves
Hey,
fallacies of Oz.
listen, there's a rumor going around that apparently Jena and Oz are a thing. I've heard.
What?
What?
Did someone tell Neil?
I never saw
I think
that
Neil's
coming.
been having both of them on the side, and now they're both going to find out about each other while they find out about each other.
Oh God, it's all gonna implode. It's gonna implode.
I hear the three of them are
I'm
sharing
so-
a room at Better.
That's what I heard.
Fuck no.
That's what I heard.
Oh,
That's word on. Hey, that's
Okay,
word on
I'm
Twitter.
sorry.
That's
It's
what the
just
streets-
it's just Oz and Neil. Jena has a separate room.
right. I was staying with student Dr. Ben.
Yeah, that shit ain't happening. Nah.
Somebody needs to tell Jenna that we were talking about fallacies, not fallacials.
hey, is Needmos still there? Are you sleeping, Needmos?
I think
He's he runs on galactic energy to animate him. Who knows?
I think Oz's penis got his own avatar up there.
Did we just lose Nick?
Damn it, Nick.
They be like that. Student Dr. Ben says, "Oh shit."
Oz gets top square because this is house though.
My
Oh,
Can I-
wait, whoa.
So predictable.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to bogart the conversation here, but I haven't seen Oz.
Too late.
I haven't seen all of y'all in a while. I feel like a very special time for me to make myself the center of attention and check on y'all.
Yeah, where you been, man? Where you been?
I've been busy, man.
No,
Busy.
please. You just say it. You're better than all of us.
No, I'm not. Oh, I almost made a inside joke to a show that you guys weren't listening to. But I don't have a yard, so there you go. You'll have to go back and find it. But me and Neil got tickets for Better, man. He's flying to Chicago instead of fucking Indiana because y'all are some fucking hustlers over there and wanted $500
What the
from O'Hare. It's literally from O'Hare to the airport in Fort Wayne. They wanted
Damn.
$500 additional dollars for that additional 338 miles.
leech ass atheist?
So, why are you holding me accountable for that?
What's up with your airport, B? Why y'all wilding?
Yeah.
No. Why are
My
y'all
plane
like
ticket was
that?
not cheap.
Are you,
Why are y'all
wait,
like
whoa.
No.
You're flying.
Why do you feel entitled to lesser rates? Why are you
Wait,
entitled, motherfucker?
Oh, see what
Oz,
it
here's
is?
Oz. Hold on.
See what
Here's
it
the
is?
problem.
It be your own people.
Mikey is looking for a flight that's going to take 45 minutes.
No bullshit. I'm
No,
driving.
bullshit.
I'm
You
talking about
coming out of
Neil.
Chicago O'Hare.
I'm not flying, fool. Why would I fly when it's like a 2.5 hour drive?
That's what I'm saying. You talking
I'm
about?
not. I'm talking about Neil. Neil was trying to fly down, and
Okay.
the
I was gonna
flight to
say.
Chicago was 500. The flight to Indiana or Fort Wayne was fucking $1,100. Oz, speak for your
Well,
people.
because it's a small airport. It's a small airport. You can't
Eddie,
do that. You know
yeah,
that.
Whoa.
homie.
Hold
Nobody
on.
ready for your
I'll speak.
Ozagetics.
I will
Oz
speak.
can answer for his people.
I will give Oz.
I'm Oz's
I will
legal
give Oz
representation. I'm here to
apologetics.
answer for him.
I will
Give me
give
some Ozagetics,
Oz-
please.
I will give if Mikey will ever shut the fuck up,
Give me some Ozagetics.
Damn, that's what I'm saying. Shut up, Mikey.
I will do this.
Why are you doing this?
And I called him out. I called him out right here. Assembly of God said debating Jesus is a myth is a waste of time.
Assembly of God is a waste of time.
And I feel like you're now a waste of time because I didn't even say that you had to debate me on Jesus as a myth. I'll debate you on whatever because I'll crush your little Christian believing Yahweh, believing Christ, believing ass.
I'm just saying.
So
Oz,
what I was going to
why
say,
you
Mikey,
hustling
is
out there, Oz? Why y'all hustling?
I flew from Indianapolis to Chicago, and literally once it got up to altitude, we were coming right back down.
Yeah.
It was So I don't know how it'd be costing that much money, man.
I'm talking
Are
about
you allowed
for
to fly,
Neil.
Eddie? You're allowed to fly on planes?
Hey, yo,
I must
you got
say,
off the list, man.
since I've had the beard, I've been pulled aside a time or two.
I'm glad you got off that list, though, bro.
Why
But
am
for
I not
real,
shocked? Why am I not shocked?
I do get some. This is a random search, and I'm like, what the fuck?
All right, y'all. I love you. I love all y'all. I'm gonna go check in on Jena and hang out because she
liar.
Y'all should throw some love her way. Today was the day of her stepdad's funeral. That shit today, so y'all throw some love.
Jena.
her way. I've not been able to just everybody shut the fuck up for a second. I'm gonna go hang out with her and talk with her, but throw some love her. She deserves it. She's earned it. But I'm gonna do that. But y'all hang out, and do what you do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jena.
Big love.
Love
young
you.
lady.
I'm
Big love, young lady.
sorry for this day, and I hate that you have to deal with it with the kind of family you have, and you'll be in my thoughts. And
I got a
heart,
new EDM playlist sent your way.
My heart is heavy for you.
Much love, Jena.
You'll be all right. It sucks though.
Hashtag Jesus is a myth.
Can we start talking about Oz now?
Oh, he's gone. Let's
Only if you do it in the form of spit. Come on, Mikey.
Man, I'm not really high enough for this shit. Y'all know I'm the producer, right? Like y'all keep trying to get Templeman or fucking No, I can't. I'm not a rapper.
Mikey Famine. That ain't his real name. His name is Frank. He's from Chicago. That's right. He bought that mic on EBT. What up?
And you already know. I can be the intro guy. I can be the intro guy for the album, though. I got that down. Hold on.
This is how we do it. This is how we do.
All right, guys. So we just go ahead and close it out then.
I'm just saying. You know, sometimes in your life, you just got to talk about somebody when they're not around.
Oh, shit. It's that Mikey Famine from round the way.
I mean, sometimes when they're not around, you got to talk about them.
That's what I'm saying. See, I know
you got to
this.
say what you really feel when they're not around.
We the best. Music.
Let them know that you're not ready to talk shit about them when they're not around you.
Holy shit, there's DMX in the house.
And his Christian white friend.
So I know this guy. His name is Oz. He's a cool dude, but he's sometimes like a prude. He's gay as hell with his little tank top. Every time he come up in here running around with that rooster-looking flock.
I feel like I just lit something on fire and ran away from it. And I'm so in love with this moment.
And put some shit in there, too.
Sometimes we call him a rooster vacuum. That's a cocksucker.
Yo, Ozzy, the kamikaze. He be spitting bars, taking that money, buying some cars, driving a Honda Accord, and the floorboards getting a divorce with Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford did not get a divorce.
Well, it rhymes, kind of.
Scruffy Nerf herder. What?
Harrison Ford? He ain't got
Eddie
no hair. What's he need that shampoo for?
Ooh.
Coming up in here with them little shoulders and no muscles.
Jesus.
No Hans.
That big ass head. Looking like SpongeBob and Squidward all up on here on the YouTube. This ain't no joke. I'm telling all you fools out there, this guy's like on FoolTube.
Jesus is a myth.
Nicodemus, where did you go? Your blank eyes are staring in my soul.
Jesus is a myth.
Head so big it looked like a balloon when I blow that joker up all the way whole.
You look like a character from Rick and Morty, were you, shorty? Getting, oh lordy.
Oh my God, is he 40?
Nordliner.
He's 40. And he's tipping
40.
them 40s.
40 Spice is the best Spice Girl in this.
To them homies, which is like them little cheap ass horde that always wants to blow me. Talking about I'm a gangster from Indiana.
Yeah, Jesus is a myth. There's no deal. He ain't real. No evidence.
Hard as a rock. I'm sorry, they don't make no pink bandana.
He said his shoulders were little, and I couldn't fucking breathe after that.
He got tiny shoulders. His tomb was covered with a boulder.
Hey, stop hating on Tiny Tim. Even a brother like that needs love. You know what I'm talking about? Go ask that boy Benson. Damn.
I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox.
I don't like them with a big ass hat and no hair. I don't like them when they look like a big ass squirrel. I'm sorry, I killed myself.
Jesus is a myth. Jesus is a myth.
Jesus is a myth. Oz is a bitch. Every time I come up in here, they want me to spit.
Jesus is a myth.
I think what he meant to say is Jesus is the shit. Oz is the myth. Bald ass head.
He's definitely a myth.
From Indiana, talking about I'm hard and gangster. Got me dead.
I'm not part of this. I'm not a part of this.
Jesus pled the fifth.
Ooh.
Come on.
Because he was really that dude from the Star Wars. Which one is that? The one they call the Sith?
My name is Jesus. My name is Jesus.
But back in the day, having a name like Jesus is like today having a name like Smith.
I got that ombre hair. It's sun-kissed. That's right. I got the burnished bronze. Hair like wool. What's that? You can't see? I touched you. Now you can, bitch. Look at me.
Hey, Pasta.
Kind of like Oz and his spray tan bronze.
Hey, yo, if you ask Mike Tyson how many punches he ever took, none of them ever myth.
Oh, none of them ever myth.
You know what? You know what meth heads say to that? That's messed up.
None of his punches ever myth.
That is messed up. Two of the greatest quotes I live by. One is from Tupac and the other is by Mike Tyson. Tupac is, what is your biggest fear of dying? And that is reincarnation. And then Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Two greatest philosophers of our time.
No, Mike Tyson is not a philosopher. He just got lucky.
Hey, he's a philosopher.
No,
don't hate on Mike Tyson. He's a
philosopher. I won't ever get into a fist fight with Mike Tyson, but I guarantee you I can fucking out essay his ass any day.
Bro, no, bro. If you haven't seen the interview with him in his library, that dude is a smart motherfucking cat.
He's a boxing scholar. That he's not a
No. He has become intellectual in his old age.
I'd take him in an intellectual game with.
But one thing's for sure, he's not an atheist.
No, he's not an atheist.
He's one of those Islamists.
Islam.
I'm from Islam. I'll fuck you up.
Yo, I don't want no smoke.
You're gonna get all the smoke.
I'll leave him alone.
Young Merc in the house.
Yo, I know this man named Noah. He had a son named Shem. That's right, they lived a long time on this boat.
Mikey,
Animals.
you a Young Merc fan?
No.
What?
No, Young Mark. No.
What? Come on. Straight out of Chi-Town? Come on, man.
I'm not from Chicago, man.
But you live in Chicago, don't you?
Yeah, that don't mean I'm going back to 1993 to see who all the low key rappers
Young
were.
Merc is from today, fool.
How would I know that? How would I know that?
You need to get you some culture.
Hey, Eddie, we got a caller on the line. It's a Christian. Said they want to talk about some of the Bible knowledge you have.
Oh my gosh, this is not the time, but I'll do it.
Okay. Hey, what's going on? I think he said his name is John.
Hey, what's going on, man? Is Eddie there? Is that man named Eddie?
Yes, sir. I'm right here. What you got to say, John?
Yeah, I want to speak to Eddie about his knowledge on the Bible.
Well, there ain't a whole lot there, but I'll try to do what I can.
Yeah, so it says in the first book of the Bible, I think on page 1, that God said that let there be light, and that light came. Can you explain that to me? Because it doesn't sound very logical to me, so I'm a little bit confused by it.
Yeah, so see what had happened was what I'm confused by, which is
Eddie, don't interrupt, man. Damn. Let the caller finish, man. I'm so sorry, caller.
Oh shit! Damn. Okay. I don't know what just happened right there. So yeah, what had happened was, see, there was a 6-day creation, and what I'm confused by is it wasn't until I think like the 5th or 6th day that God created the sun, but there was light before there was the sun. So how was there light? How'd the light get there? Where'd it come from?
That's what I was thinking, because my mama used to read these books to me when I was a young boy, and she also used to read to me Disney books, and I couldn't tell the difference. You know, I thought it was kind of like one of those books, you know, some kind of make-believe stuff until she started talking about the slaves. And I thought, okay, this ain't Mickey Mouse no more, you know? So kind of wondering why you believe such crazy stuff, you know? What makes you believe that stuff?
Yeah. So what had
coming across a bit stupid, to be fair.
Yeah. See, what had happened was
you sound like an idiot, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Well, just in case you didn't get what I was trying to get at there.
Yeah. I'm picking.
That's what I'm trying to goddamn say, sir.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, if you just give me, hey, you son bitch, if you just give me 1 minute, hey, you redneck motherfucker, if you just give me 1 minute.
That'd be light, and then goddamn took us fucking vacation on Seventh Day. Goddamn it.
Well, you know what? That's because God ain't real, you son bitch.
Oh, there you go.
Settle down, Matt Dillahunty. Okay.
Just hung up on him, man. He was getting a bit out of hand.
You know what? I'm gonna need that caller to give me some demonstrability and replicability.
Yo, bro, we can't do that on stream, man. Fucking terms of service. You know you can't be doing that shit on
I need to fire the screen caller, call screener, because I think it's
that's it.
Secular Rarity. They said street epistemology is coming in. I was like, really?
I think it was Shane's punk ass. He's over playing the guitar like nothing going on.
You guys were kind of boring me, so.
Well, you see, what you need to do is you need to just settle your ass down right there, and I can learn you something.
Is you one of them learn makers?
Are you putting on a voice or something? We can't really tell.
That's funny right there. I knew that's funny right there. It was. So last time I was on Clubhouse, I had like 4 or 5 people. They're like, "You got that Southern accent. Can you do it more Southern?" I was like, "Sure, I can do it so Southern."
What's Clubhouse?
That's where a whole bunch of people with white hoods kind of get together, and they like
Oh, that's why I didn't get the invite. I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we've already got our local black fella that keeps us from being racist. So
how is Larry Elder these days?
He's doing okay. He's not doing too bad.
Yo, fuck Larry Elder, and that comes straight from the Ben podcast, not TANG Network.
Now,
you can suck my fucking dick, fucking bitch.
If you want to know about somebody who got an interesting past, you need to hear about this guy named David Duke.
It's off his new album called David Duke.
And he's not to be mixed up with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Might as well be.
No, they were a little bit more loving. This David Duke feller, so he's kind of an ass.
Nah, they flew that fucking Dixie shit. Fuck them.
Rolling down the street, flying Dixie.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you right there. I hate that rebel flag. That stuff right there just make me mad. Talking about we rebels, and it's like, no, y'all the bastards that lost the war, dumbass.
Sore ass losers, man. I always hate it when fucking kids lose in Call of Duty or Halo. And then they want to talk shit in the lobby. Stop talking shit. You just lost. You lost, B. You lost the war, B. Shut up. Quit putting your little fucking clan tag everywhere. No one wants to see that shit. Your squad sucks. You lost.
The funniest thing I've ever seen. I was in Providence, Rhode Island. And there was this bike gang of like 10 people riding by with rebel flags in Rhode Island.
They do it in the UK all the time.
I was like,
they don't understand.
I was like, what the hell's going on right now? I'm as far north as you can get without being at the North Pole. And they've got rebel flags.
Thank you, AA Ron. I appreciate you. Somebody gets my fucking humor around here.
Oh, we lost the
Nidimus.
Well, you know what, Mikey? If your humor wasn't so dry, the more people might get it.
My comedy's as dry as Ben Shapiro's wife. Woo! Fuck you, Ben Shapiro. I'm on a rampage tonight. Sick of his ass.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see that MTV.
Ben Shapiro's. Never mind.
Now, hold on. So MTV Celebrity Deathmatch, Ben Shapiro versus what's that guy on Fox News? The one, Tucker Carlson. That would be funny as hell right there.
Ain't nobody finna waste their money for 90 minutes of two people arguing about whose turn it is to go first. if there wasn't like between the two of them, neither one of them have been hit in the face half of a time.
This is Eddie Kroom, and you're listening to Normalizing Atheism. Oh my God! Where he
Somebody shoot me.
Blackberries on my property. Hey, that's a true story. I had to run some bitch off with a shotgun.
Did some, I don't know. The bass didn't keep going. It started doing that weird ass.
Yo, he ain't lying though. That should be crazy. Like I get
that bar on there. Be going though. You do be going because you know why?
You looking like the devil who created you.
Yo, again with the fucking light shit on fire and run away. Bro, I was just amping bar up in the chat so bad and it would just get so worse. I'm like, this is great. Wait, they're doing this again? Oh, I gotta get in there.
I want to get it right. I commented on one of his videos like a month ago. I got an alert the other day with a thumbs up from Mar. I was like, damn, brother, it's so popular it takes him a month to like a comment.
It may just be that he don't like you. I mean, that's
man,
part of it.
Hey, we both from Memphis. No, it's all love.
Oh, y'all are in mourning right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, don't even go. No, don't even go there. We got robbed.
Hey, man, better luck. Hey, there's always next year. Am I right?
Hey, you know what?
Am I right?
When somebody takes your superstar and they grab his knee,
no, fucking y'all
are
on some weak shit with that.
No. You saw that, right? Come on, man. Dylan Brooks should have been suspended. I have no problem with Dylan Brooks being suspended for that foul. Right. That was dirty as shit. But when
hold
on, Eddie, hold on,
or something.
So So what me and Eddie are arguing over is my team, the Golden State Warriors, the best team in basketball.
Oh, I knew you were bandwagon, man. Get the hell up out
What
of
you
here.
mean bandwagon?
You
I've
ain't
been a
from no
Klay
California,
Thompson.
you bandwagon. Get out of here.
I've been a Klay Thompson fan and a KD fan.
You know what?
For
It's
5
easy.
years,
It's easy when you're always rooting for the winning team.
They weren't always winning, were they?
Yeah.
Barely made it to the playoffs.
Only for
didn't
like
they?
the last 15 years. I mean,
barely made it to the playoffs, didn't they?
Come on. What do you, bro? That's because everybody was injured all year. They got everybody together at the playoffs. Come on, homie.
So
they still made it to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
They get to play, right? Okay, you got to bring your people
Okay,
who are available to play,
Hey,
and we got to bring our people who are available to play.
Check this out. Props to Golden State. They beat us.
All right, well,
there you go.
They're
I
on
guess
the
I'm
way.
gonna take off then.
No, you're gonna shut up and sit there.
No, you're gonna be the officiant at this.
Yeah.
And you
They're
can
on their way. They're on their way
So-
down.
so
We're
here's
on
the-
our way up.
Hold on, Eddie. We need to explain this to Shane because Shane's getting bored because this is sports talk. So here's the sports talk in a nutshell, the TLDR of what me and Eddie are arguing over. Ja Morant is a 23?
23.
I don't know how 23. The
Phenom.
dude is 6'2",
6'3".
and 6'3". He is catching a body every game. And catching a body, for people who aren't familiar with the vernacular, is he's finding the biggest motherfucker on the court and putting his balls in their faces, dunking on 'em. Just
nuts in the face.
Just amazing athleticism, just crazy, amazing dude, right? They were going against the Memphis Grizzlies, of which team he plays, was going against the Golden State Warriors, and there was a play where he got trapped at center court where the guys were on both sides of him, trying to trap him so that he'll mess up or give him the ball or something like that. His leg, look, this is how his leg got done. His leg got done like this. And
While
he
it was
walked
planted.
off the court
While it was planted.
saying he was fucking injured and had to miss all these games and he's gone forever because the Golden State Warriors did a dirty play where they brushed against his
hold on, wait a
leg
minute. Whoa,
going after a loose ball.
No. So let me give you the real on that. Okay. There are.
They were losing and now they're trying to make it seem like
No,
everyone's
no,
a
no,
fucking
no.
hitman.
No, wait a
with
minute.
like reflexology training to go for the exact nerves to fucking
on.
disable this man.
I think you're going to be surprised if you shut up for 1 minute. Okay.
I've never done that before.
So, honestly, I don't even know if Morant hurt his knee on that play. It could have been one earlier than that. And I
He
know
banged knees with Clay.
Well, I know Jordan Poole was going for the ball and he just reached and he wasn't trying to grab Morant's knee. He wasn't trying to hurt Morant or nothing like that. So I was just kind of, bullshit when I was talking about him grabbing his knee. Honestly, because of the inexperience, I don't think if Morant was there, they would have won the series anyway.
We are now down to 0 people watching.
Really?
No, we're not.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Well, we're close. We're close.
Some people, some people care. Some atheists like sports, and that's okay too. Just like some atheists like
I
and
think-
appreciate delicious Mesa Boogie fucking rectifier, dual rectifier fucking heads.
Well, I'm gonna give props where it's due. I think that the Warriors are the most complete team in the playoffs. I think the only problem they're going to have is maybe if they have to play Miami just because of the matchup. But I think the Warriors will probably win the championship because when you have all three that have won multiple championships still there, and you add Jordan Poole to it, it's just a phenomenal team. And then you got Kerr as a coach. It just
Kerr's out. Kerr's got COVID still.
Yeah, but he's still, doing game plans and communicating and stuff like that. But what's his name?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, what's his name that's going to be coaching Sacramento? He's done a pretty damn good job.
Mike something.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
But I'll say this last thing. I honestly think Boston's going to win because they aren't scared of anybody.
I'm
and
curious.
That's important.
I'm curious in that series. I think
I don't want Golden State to play Boston because Boston is full of a bunch of. Well, as far as you, if I can make a correlation, it's a bunch of like us version YouTubers, and we are fucking nasty. We are tenacious. We will fucking draw blood. We're not afraid if we get hit a couple times, and they'll keep fucking going. And
So
I don't know.
Was that all of the one last thing?
Yes. And I don't think anybody
all of
should.
that, like every,
I think everybody should bet on the little guy. Bet on the underdog. Bet on the guy who is willing to bleed a little to make this happen. And that's Boston. So.
Well, I don't know. No. Nobody. There's one thing you can't.
Let it go, man. We're losing Shane. Shane, can I see your guitars, please?
Well, hold on, real quick. Hold on. The last thing I'll say. You cannot replicate experience, and nobody has the experience like Golden State does. I honestly think Golden State's going to take the championship.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Oh, damn. I'm going to have to go get my guitar now. Shit.
Ooh.
Y'all don't know nothing about nothing, man. What's
nice.
Ain't nobody.
Yep, just my basic standard made in Mexico telly because I can't afford the American ones.
I have an American strap, but it's
Shane,
in my
I'm
closet.
more interested in the sleeve. I want to see the sleeve.
Okay.
I'm a tat junkie. I love tats.
This is kind of dorky, but have you ever heard of the video game Earthbound?
You know what? I don't care what it's from. If it looks cool, it looks cool. Oh, that's cool as shit. I like that. That's bad. How many hours did you have on that?
Oh, like several. I mean, I kind of lost.
How bad was the inside of the arm?
The worst
The
part
bicep.
was probably the elbow, or like the armpit up in here.
Oh, the shading up there, yeah.
I've got a
ship, and there's a
Oh,
dolly
that's cool as
clock.
hell. Hell yeah. I like that. That's cool as shit.
That's the guitar.
If you start working out, you're gonna have to that's gonna be a 7 string.
Yeah. since I quit working out, my stuff shrunk. It's like all crammed together.
Your shit went to like a fucking 6 string to a fucking ukulele.
I do have a pretty good sizable one on my right bicep, and when they got to the top and the bottom of it, under my tricep and then on the top of the bicep, I was just like, so
yeah.
I was thinking about getting at least a half sleeve, and I
The
don't know,
wrist,
man.
the part right here, that hurt too.
Well, I got like baby skin, so if somebody pinches me, I want to like take their nuts and shove it down their own throat. It hurts so bad.
So what's that guy? Ibanez?
Yep.
Ibanez, I got one in there.
Ooh,
It
it's
needs
gotta-
tuning. Yeah, you need to tune that bastard. Hold on, I'm gonna go get my keyboard. I tried guitar for years on and off, and I have stubby fingers with no dexterity, so it hurts me too much to play guitar.
It's my LTD Viper.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a SG that doesn't flip over in 5 seconds.
This is an RG 7-string.
Can I bring my guns on camera?
Sure.
Not my channel. I don't care.
No, yeah, SGs are really neck. They have the neck dives, you know.
Yeah. I'm a Fender guy myself.
Well, Ben, this is actually a long scale. It's most guitars are 25 and a half, so this is even longer. This is 27 inches.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah. So the frets are even bigger, but that's because it's a 7-string, because it has a bass string, so the longer scale sounds better.
That's what she said.
Oh, cool.
My old
You got
Ibanez, my very first bass, which I'm never gonna give up ever because I think it still sounds the best, and I usually record with it. And then I bought a 5-string because I figured I would learn it and do stuff with it, and I just still use this one.
This bass looks expensive, but it was really cheap.
What is that?
Oh, I love bass.
Oh,
what is it?
It's an Ibanez 6-string. It's
I almost
some
bought
really
that.
cheap Geo sound gear. I don't know. It's like it's just a couple $100, but it's
You're just making shit up now.
No, I saw that shit on Sam Ash and I almost bought it like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, no,
Let me tell you something. I got the Ibanez acoustic with an amp, cables, everything from Guitar Center for like $250 for my wife.
I think that's like one of the like my favorite things to give people is musical instruments. So even if it's not like a full-on fucking guitar, but I bought my nephews ukuleles and they absolutely love them.
I love
or
like a
ocarinas. Or like an ocarina, and especially for like little kids, because like a ukulele is going to stay the same size whether they're little or big. So like a guitar can be a little intimidating for them because it's such a large instrument for their little baby hands. But a ukulele, they can always, once they learn uke, they can always play uke, and then and it's such an easy transition from ukulele to guitar. So if you have little people in your life, buy them a ukulele. It'll make guitar playing so much easier for them.
Right, because it's the same 4 strings, you know.
Yeah. Tune the same and everything, so it'll sound and feel right for them, and that's an easy way to get them started super early.
That's what she said.
Because guitars are scary,
right?
And they hurt your fingers, and they're loud, and it's a lot of stuff. So
especially big basses with lots of strings.
Right. 6-string basses. Maybe don't start a kid off with a 6-string bass. Jane, are you listening to anybody like new right now? Or do you have anybody to share with me that you think I would think is like awesome? Because I always throw like Snarky Puppy, Animals.
Snarky Puppy is really cool. There's a band called Bear Ghost.
I think that sounds.
They're
familiar.
kind of like Danny Elfman-ish.
Oh, perfect. I love Danny Elfman. Love Danny Elfman. Oh, Shane. You.
Yeah.
You said Bear Ghost.
Yeah. I think they have maybe 1 or 2 albums. There's a prog band that's really cool called Thank You Scientist.
Is it math rock? Mathcore?
A little bit is kind of, but it's not like
math rock.
No,
what the
math.
hell is that? Oh, so like,
math rock is in
racist
like,
bastard.
So yeah, it's more like it's a little math rocky, but it's kind of modern prog.
This is like experimental rock and roll heartthrobs from New Jersey. I got family in New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean they have a horn section. They have a violinist. So they do.
It's New Jersey.
Weird, cool kind of stuff. There's no screaming or anything, so it's not. It's kind of like BT Band Between the Buried and Me, but like all their clean stuff, like without all the aggressive vocals and things like that.
I'm trying to think of it. FCP remix. Who made that song?
Fall of
Troy. Yeah, they sound a bit like Fall of Troy to me, which is awesome because I love Fall of Troy.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, those guys are cool.
And this has been Music Talk with Tang. I'm Mikey, fan of the Ben Podcast, and I've been your host. Pasta Mike is probably smoking a bowl of that sweet ganja in the background.
Yeah, he totally like bounced out.
I don't think he's backstage anymore. I think
he just left.
How do we end this stream? Do we just does everybody just leave?
No, we're staying here forever. This is our show now.
We're trapped. I better call in and work tomorrow.
I was planning on streaming on my channel, but I can't because I'm stuck here. My camera is stuck. My devices are locked into this window. I can't get out.
Oh my God, I'm stuck on the computer.
It's like when Peter Griffin locked his keys out of his car.
Oh.
Ma'am, help.
Oh, I just noticed you're wearing a Power Ranger shirt.
I'm wearing a Mighty Morphin Ninja Rangers, and if you'll notice, all of the characters from Naruto are in place of all of the Rangers.
Whatever. I'm a boomer. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes.
We're like the same fucking age.
Yeah, I'm probably like a couple years older.
The anime garbage.
I'll be 37 in July.
You got like 2.5 years on me. Like, calm down.
Old bastard.
I didn't start watching Naruto until I was like 20. No, like 24.
So yesterday.
Yep.
Fucking guy. Fucking guy.
Wait, but we still hear the music that Pasta put on.
Pasta's
what's
here
up with that?
somewhere. He's somewhere with us. Somewhere.
I mean, you want to talk shit about Oz some more?
Yes, absolutely. Why not? So about better. I'm going.
Yeah. I'm going too.
But because it's a convention, I plan on not showering at least a week before.
Okay, that's
all right.
weird.
Remind me.
That's what conventions are. It's full of smelly kids, so I imagine I'd have to like pre-funk up the joint. Pre-smell.
Well, your smell has to form a barrier around you to protect you from the other smells.
I figure that's what people think at like most conventions because them motherfuckers are allergic to deodorant, all of them. And all of you cosplayers out there, you stink. Shower more frequently. All of you smell bad. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you stay up the night before because you're excited and you forget to shower the morning of and you get like panic fear sweat. That stinks a little bit more, but y'all smell. Knock the shit off. Fucking wash that fucking funk off your body before you put the fucking elf ears and the halos and wings and shit on.
So, student Dr. Ben wants to know if we're supposed to cosplay.
Ooh,
I can do whatever Dr. Ben wants me to do.
I mean,
Should we cosplay?
I feel like if you ask Oz, he'll say no, you probably shouldn't. But like, I think you should go ahead anyway.
But I think it would be really sweet if like 10 of us did and no one else didn't. You know what I mean? I think if a small group of people like fully cosplayed, everyone else would feel weird.
Yeah,
we could turn that tide and make everyone like, oh shit, I forgot my costume. I didn't know it was a costume. We'll just stand by the front. We'll stand by the front. Everybody will walk in, see us in costume, and be like, shit, I left my peg leg at the hotel room. Now I have to go back.
We all have to go in costume as another atheist YouTube like community member.
What if we all showed up like Oz?
Let's all just in tank tops and like a hat with the,
an Orioles hat. Oh, that would be the greatest troll of my life. All right, guys, I'm going to start a movement. I'm going to find a couple of links and I will put this out on Twitter. We're all going to go to fucking Better dressed as Oz. So when he goes up there to make his little fucking speech, I'll have to look at a fucking sea of his own hat. And it will break him. And I will win our war of pettiness. You will all be generals in my army. The petty army. Or Pasta Mike. Maybe we can dress like Pasta Mike.
My beard game isn't good enough for that.
Easter Pasta Man.
Or we all dress like Kent Hovind, and that would just make him feel weird. We just all grab a Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirts and
little pocket fans to blow on us. SpongeBob's in our pockets. SpongeBob's is sorry, I didn't say the proper plural of SpongeBob.
Sponge Roberts.
Sponge boobs.
That was my favorite job.
Your favorite job?
Yeah, I was a boob sponger one summer after college. I was in between opportunities, doing my best.
Sponge boob.
That's all I could do is I could just
square booty.
I've seen some square butts.
Sponge boob, square booty.
Sponge butt, square butt.
Yeah.
Square boobs. Square boobs.
I'm prefer Squidward. Do you call me Patrick?
What if we all dress like dwarves from Lord of the Rings?
Oh, because I'm here, you want to talk about dwarves. Okay, I see how.
But we're all dressed like dwarves, and then Oz walks out on stage, and he's the only one wearing normal people clothes.
Yeah, dwarves and shit while I'm here. Okay.
Or togas. Goodbye.
Did Eddie just leave?
Or Pasta's kicking us out. I don't know. Pasta! He's left us. He's left us. Okay. Student document says I can bring my rainbow wig and go as Neil. That's true. Should we all dress up like the same person? I like that. Now that would be even weirder. If everyone was dressed up like one person, you had to like find Waldo. Like the last page of the Waldo book was like a whole page full of weirdo Waldos. So he'll have to find Neil, the 604 atheist, with a sea of 604 atheists out in front of him. Where's the real one? Joke's on you, Neil's in the hotel. He wasn't feeling well. Like he'll never be there, but he'll know what we're all dressed like.
Aunt Jer just showed up and she's like, Mikey and Shane are on. Like, what is going on?
This is a takeover.
Yeah.
I would say it was a coup, but it didn't put up a lot of resistance.
We're not giving back our
this is our
Eddie left and he's in the he's backstage, but all the producers left, so nobody can bring him on.
What do we want to say about them?
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
We're literally running the asylum right now.
How will the stream end if we both just leave?
No. The music will
won't?
play. No, the music will
just keep playing, and
then the screen behind us will just continue to play.
So
this is a
it's
tap
gonna
out
keep
session.
going until is there like a timeout thing where it, after 12 hours or something?
Maybe 12 hours.
Oh, this was not played very well.
We
Can
can
get, like who has?
Oh, I'm not
video
gonna
up?
try. Hey! I'm not gonna try to contact them. That's all on you. I'm liking where I'm at right now.
This isn't whatever.
This is Renegade Radio time.
Hey, we've got the same microphone and the same microphone stand.
Oh, it's true. I also have the springy dingy. Tell us some jokes. Okay.
What do you call a fish with no eye?
Oh, should we do the dad joke thing?
Oh,
you have to alternate dad jokes without laughing. I'm bad at that. I laugh at everything though. Never mind. I don't want to lose.
Well, we'd have to like pull up a list of dad jokes.
I'm sure that's easy. Someone give me a list in the chat. Give me a list of dad jokes and we'll read them to each other. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them.
Oh, this is like a slideshow. I hate it when they put it like everything is a slideshow and you have to click.
I said list of and dad jokes auto-corrected. So people know what's up. Which website are you on? I need to go through a different one.
This is countryliving.com.
Okay, I got Men's Health. I'll go with that one.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, I got firsties.
Yeah, go ahead.
And audience just like 0 for didn't laugh, 1 for laugh. And you guys are watching the person receiving the joke. Because I can't be the arbiter. So you guys have to tell us if the other person laughs. What does a baby computer call his father?
I don't know.
Data.
I think it's supposed to be data.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that makes more sense. I overthought it. Oh,
I almost.
Okay.
It was not the joke.
Right, because I missed the fucking show. I fucked up the joke.
Yeah. Okay. I'm afraid for the calendar. Its
Why?
days are numbered.
I only seem to get sick on weekdays. I must have a weekend immune system.
My wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a huge step forward.
After an unsuccessful unsuccessful harvest. Why did the farmer decide to try a career in music?
I don't know.
Because he had a ton of sick beats.
Okay. Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. That's not even the joke. Then it's a soap opera.
Like, why is my man? And then he's like squeezing the bottle in his own face.
Just
spraying himself in the mouth with soap because he had to hit the 9 note. Fuck. All right, what is the point? My friend was showing me his tool shed, and he pointed to a ladder, and he said, "That's my step ladder." He said, "I never knew my real ladder."
I think I might have heard that one. If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring?
What?
Pilgrims.
Almost finished it. Glad I didn't. I thought I was gonna be a smart ass.
Okay.
Oh, here we got one from the chat here. I'll grab it. Whoever can grab it from the chat, I guess, gets it. What do you call a sickness that only happens to redheads?
I don't know.
I guess we have to wait for the answer. This was not thought out well. What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
Pierre.
Philippe Flop.
Okay. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
What?
Supplies.
It's getting very hot in this room. Oh wait, Eddie's got some in the chat here.
Oh, Eddie's got some jokes here.
This will just be both for us, I guess. What do you call a snail on a ship? A snailer. How do you know the ocean likes you? It waves. What did the carpet say to the wall? Meet you in the corner. That's kind of crazy.
Eddie, these jokes suck.
These are ass-tastic.
Come on, did you get these off a popsicle?
Dude, Laffy Taffy jokes are the worst jokes ever. Like, I've started buying them for my employees at my last gig, like as like a little snack or whatever. Just a little, hey, stick this candy in your pocket. We started reading those jokes. They were awful. They're not even jokes. It's like, what's black and white and red over? Red over. And it's like, what? Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm like, whose children are in charge of this?
A ginger ailment.
Ginger ailment. What do you call a fly with no wings?
A walk.
That's terrible. What do you call a dog with no legs? It doesn't matter what you call it. It won't come anyway. Yikes.
How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it.
Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house? Because the ghosts bring all their own booze.
What's the best thing about Switzerland?
What?
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
What brand of underwear do scientists wear?
I don't know.
Calvin Klein.
That would be really cold on your nuts.
Oh my god. Well, as long as it was like 200 Kelvin or whatever the human body is, like, what is it, 50?
Okay.
150.
What does a sprinter eat before a race?
What?
Nothing. They fast. Yep. It was all in the delivery with that too. I'm really good at that. I'm like Kevin Hart.
Okay, which days are the strongest? Saturday and Sunday.
Because the rest are weekdays.
The rest are weekdays.
All right. This isn't. Whoa.
And apparently there is 74 motorcycles with No mufflers.
And it's 1 a.m. Like, all right. I don't trust those trees. They seem kind of shady.
I found out I'm colorblind. The news came out of the purple.
All right. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Pasta, come back.
What was the one that was oh shit, I just forgot it. Oh yeah, okay. So 2 muffins are in an oven, right? And one muffin says to the other, "Boy, it's hot in here." And then the other muffin says, "Holy shit, a talking muffin."
It's so warm in here. I have to get out of this room. Pasta, come back. Let me text him. Pasta, you left us to our own devices and we're ready to leave. We don't know what to do.
So now we're actually going to start texting people. You know,
I figured we'd
you know
give
who's
him, like-
responsible?
Who's that?
Oh no, I don't want to bother her.
No, we'll leave Jena alone.
Yeah. I was like, she'll fix this, but you know. Aunt Jerd, can you do anything?
No. She only stays on the Discord chat side of things. She never comes into the studio side.
So 100%, if we leave, it'll just keep going. Like...
It'll just keep doing this. Which maybe is their plan.
I mean, at some point, maybe Oz is going to come back and do a DJ stream at like 4 in the morning.
I got Pasta Mike here. Let me call Pasta Mike. Oh, let me just text him. Hey, man. Me and Shane are kind of lonely. Start playing copyright music. It doesn't matter. It's just gonna demonetize the stream.
What, like the stream wasn't already demonetized?
It's already demonetized. So that's the thing that they don't tell you, right? Is like once you already lose your monetization, fucking let the balls fucking go to the wall. Because what is fucking Nike gonna come in here because I played their fucking commercial on my stream? Do they want half of the money that I'm not getting? Fucking go for it. Fuck you. Not gonna strike us. Oh, thanks, Soren.
Oh, thanks.
I'm glad we can provide some entertainment on this channel, unlike somebody. Oh, I like how Eddie's just dipping. All right, Eddie, I see how it is.
Peace out, Eddie.
Well, he hasn't read my message.
A guy walks into a bar and he gets disqualified from the limbo contest.
Ah, motherfucker.
Swimming with the sharks cost me an arm and a leg.
To whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. Microsoft Word.
Yep. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
How many?
10 tickles.
Gross. They have arms, not tentacles.
That's true.
Squids have tentacles.
Yes.
How does cereal pay its bills?
I don't know.
With checks.
Okay.
There's so many dad pictures on this website about these dad jokes. It is so many sweaters. So many sweater vests, so many sweater combos. It's all sweaters.
Oh, here's a joke that my dad told me, but it's not necessarily a dad joke. All right. So, why does your butt crack go? Why is it vertical instead of horizontal?
Why?
Because otherwise, when you slid down the stairs, it would go.
Yeah. It's fucking cheap. It's fucking dirty. That's a dirty one. And you know what? I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something.
Yeah. All right.
Never dated a tennis player. Love means nothing to them.
Oh, these are all bad.
Yeah. I'm skipping over some truly awful, like, ugh. How do flat earthers travel?
I don't know.
On a plane. Because they're stupid.
Today, my son asked me, "Can I have a bookmark?" And I burst into tears because he's 11 years old and he doesn't know my name is Shane.
I hate you. I hate this. I hate it when people say age is only a number. Age is clearly a word.
My wife is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my stuff and I write.
I just applied for a job down at the diner. I told them I bring a lot to the table.
Okay. I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day.
I don't know if I told you, I recently got arrested. And the cop was like, "I'm arresting you for downloading the entire Wikipedia." And I was like, "Wait, I can explain everything."
Did you know that the first French fries were not actually cooked in France?
What?
They were cooked in Greece.
Okay, here's an example of one of the ones that is just so bad, right? Like, my friend couldn't afford to pay his bill, so I just sent him a get well soon card.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck even is that? That's a stepdad joke. That's a "you're not really part of this family" joke. You'll never really be part of this family joke.
Okay, so Soren is talking about Lucy. Like, I did not say you could be in the show. Something. Okay, have you ever watched I Love Lucy?
Mm-hmm.
So you know the guy's name is Ricky Ricardo.
Correct.
But what's Ricky short for?
Ricardo.
So his name's Ricardo.
Yes.
And here's okay, but that's a fictional character. But here's one that's even better. Star Wars fan, right?
Mm.
Who played Lando?
Billy D. Williams.
What's Billy short for?
William.
His name is William Williams.
Hey, you want to talk about a fucking remix? He took William Williams and gave us fucking Lando. Proud.
Yep.
Like I always hated when like someone's name was like Jack Jackson. It's like, come on, parents, try.
Yeah, you're like, did you really
fucking try? All right, you didn't even try.
How do they name people? They're like, their last name's Jackson. They're like, what do you think we should? How about Jack? And someone's like, oh yeah, that's good.
Well, what if we named him Jackson? Jackson? No, that's too long. Maybe just Jack. Like they had to like settle on the doubling of the person's name because just saying the last name twice was just too ridiculous. Shout out to Robin Robbins. He's one of my favorites. Or Robin Roberts.
What? Who's the comedian? Doug E. Doug.
Yeah.
That can't be his real name though.
Yeah, like Mikey Famine is not my government either, because y'all ain't getting that shit. Little motherfuckers are crazy. And I won't have it. All right, what's brown and sticky?
The stick.
Damn you. I just got back from the physician and he told me that I was going deaf. And I can tell you right now that was hard to hear.
Did you know the guy with the biggest penis in the world is deaf?
Oh yeah?
What? Douglas Bourne. That's his real name.
In your face, Dougie Doug.
Yeah, get out of here with your fake name bullshit.
What happens when frogs park illegally?
I don't know.
They get towed.
Okay.
Lance isn't that common of a name these days. But in medieval times, they were called Lance a lot.
What was the one that was? Oh, the colorblind. That came right out of the purple. That was good.
Like that fucks with me. Like every time I see something where like the people are like put on those glasses and they can like if they're certain kinds of colorblind they can see colors again. Through, like fucking modern wizardry. I'm like, how the fuck do I know that I'm not one of them?
Right? Like, what if there are other colors I've never seen before?
And I have no idea because I won't put these glasses on, but I can just watch other people like, oh, wow, nice. They can see what I'm seeing, but what I'm seeing is wrong.
Well, then that just leads down to the question of hard solipsism. How do you know anything you see is actually real?
Like, how did you figure out your, like, I guess that's the better question. Like, how do you figure out you're colorblind? And I guess it would be because like you'd be wearing something that was like crazy colored, but what if my crazy colors just kind of fit the fashion of the day?
Well, but I mean, if someone can't see colors, you could prove colors. I mean, you could have something that like, you know, those colorblind like tests where they have a number that's in, and you can get a whole bunch of people that will come and read it and tell you the same number, even if you can't see it. And if they haven't talked to each other, you could still say, okay, they're seeing the same thing, even though I'm not. So that'd probably be good evidence.
So you're saying somebody's already tested this, and there's names for all the different kinds of colorblindness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Still fucks with me though. What if I'm a new kind of colorblind and I have no idea? I think I have everything though. As soon as I see something on the internet, I'm like, oh my god, I have that. And then I have to like logic it out of my brain. Like, you don't have that. You only have bumps on the left side of it, not the right and left. Clearly, you don't have that. Who hasn't? Who hasn't, you know?
Right. Otherwise, you'd have to make a couple calls.
I have to explain some things to some people that I didn't expect to have to talk to again.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a rough call. Hey, I know you said you don't want to see me anymore, but by the way, thought you should know.
Yep.
You're not clipping me saying I have an STD. What do you think I am? Stupid? Nice try, nerds. I'll never say that I have chlamydia. All right, now do what you will with that. Just edit it. Just do a little legwork. I'll let you have it, but you have to do a little legwork. Another way people discover it is traffic lights to figure out that they're colorblind. I don't know, but I don't know if that would work because the colors on a traffic light are always in the same order.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go from vertical to horizontal. But they've taken that consideration in mind when they designed the traffic light. That's why all of them are the same color in everywhere you go. So even if your punk ass can't see color, you know top light means stop. Or is that bottom light? Top light.
Top is red, bottom's green.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Weird test for everybody. You know
This
how
isn't-
like you can like you used to press the number several times or call 1-800-EMPIRE and then
Mhm.
you'd use the numerals and then the numbers of sign. What's the letters on 1, 2, and 3?
There's nothing on 1. Sometimes you see Q and Z on 1 or something like that. And then 2 is ABC and 3 is DEF.
You are correct. Everyone thinks it's 1, 2, 3 ABC or 1 ABC, 2. They always assume that 1 is ABC, but it's never 1. What is left for the what's it called? Country code.
Yeah.
That's why it's left out. We have really done some vamping for these guys. And I cannot wait for the huge residual check that will be coming our way any moment.
I think we're getting all of the super chat money. I think
You know,
that's
let's
what they said.
and since they're not here, I always talk shit about people when they're not. Zeros for Sade. Or O is for Sade. In Seattle, there are a lot of horizontal traffic lights. See, that's weird. Don't do them horizontal. They should be vertical. Get taller streets. Your streets are too short. I'll say this. Congratulations, Tang Gang, on all of you guys' success. Me and Neil, the 604 Atheist, will be at the Better Conference. So if you guys have not purchased your tickets and all of your accommodations, do that. Let's have this. Let's make this be a fun thing.
Technically, they're reservations, not tickets. Some sort of
Legal
thing.
Yeah.
About,
Get your reservations then.
Yeah.
Whatever the proper
Smooth operator.
I love that song. That whole album.
That's
is
why
great.
0 is for Sade because this
Smooth operator.
This is no
ordinary love. Oh, that whole album is sick. Sick. I might actually smoke up and listen to that tonight while I play Halo and try to get overkills. Is that
overkill?
I got a nightmare the other day, which is a new metal. 25 without dying.
Like NU, like Limp Bizkit and Korn.
Yes.
New metal.
Correct.
Bringing back the dad jokes.
And then System of a Down is a new metal, and I'm like, that's not fair. That's not fair. System of a Down is Armenian metal, and that's all they will ever be.
I'd like to see the songs that don't make it on their album. Like, I want to see which System of a Down songs they're like, you know what? We can't put this on the album. That's too
too weird. Too weird even for us.
Because their songs are all like,
nah, that's not what happens. It would never do that. Well, I got to get my wife ready for work, so I'm I'm leaving.
Oh shit.
Are we leaving simultaneously?
I guess. I mean, unless it's just me staying on.
You
doing
can.
weird things.
I gotta roll though. And I'm not gonna be able to get back in.
I don't think I'm like that into myself that I could,
I was just giving you the courtesy of I'm leaving.
Oh, well, thank you.
So I was giving you the easy bailout so that we can both get out of here with dignity and you wouldn't be trapped here alone.
All right, should we do it at the same time?
Yeah. So everybody support Tang Gang. Go to Better. Do all that cool stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Better June 25th and 26th. Get your reservations at jesusisamyth.com.
Word.
Check out the channel for more live streams and shows and things like that.
Yes.
I don't know what's coming up. There's probably chopping it up with Jena and Oz and Randolph at some point. And
they'd be chopping and rapping and doing all the stuff. So make sure you guys follow them on Twitter at Tang is Live.
Hit like and subscribe and
do that stuff. Subscribe to the
chats,
Patreon.
Donate a bunch of money and
do all the cool shit. All right. I'm
very
done.
cool.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.